Johnny like a melody, 3x3 legend in the house, and he's solving like na 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 every day, trying to be better than he hang. Johnny like a melody, 3 legend in the house, and he's solving like na 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 every day, trying to be better than he hang. Remember the first solve of worlds and it looked like he would win, thinking everything's fine, but the very next time he took the dub again. Who would have ever knew that he would be on top of the game? He's real worldwide, that's how we do, and everybody knows his name. ZB, like nobody else knows. ZB, got the TPS. ZB, got the total control. You know that he's the best. Johnny like a melody, 3x3 legend in the house, and he's solving like na 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 every day, trying to be better than he hang. Johnny like a melody, 3x3 legend in the house, and he's solving like na 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 every day, trying to be better than he hang. Johnny like a melody, 3x3 legend in the house, and he's solving like na 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 every day, trying to be better than he hang.
Hello everyone, the Speedcubing TV audience. We're bringing you the CCA China Championship on Speedcubing TV. We'll explain a little bit more about what's going on, but hello, welcome to this evening coverage, very rare evening coverage because, well, China is literally on the other side of the world. So it's like 11 p.m. for me here in Eastern time, and it's almost 11 p.m. for Dilly in Central time. Hello, Manu Singhal, Dylan Miller, we're on the mic here. We're bringing you, this like interesting competition series from China. Dilly, hello, good evening to you. I feel like most of the time it's like good afternoon, good morning, but it's almost the middle of the night for us here. How's it hanging, bud?
Dude, I am doing so good. I am so happy to be on another cast with you. It happens very infrequently at this point because I'm always like in these competitions, but I'm glad to be back in the booth and discussing some really cool stuff happening. And like, we have some of the best competitors of the entire world, and most specifically like in China. We are missing the two headliners because they are currently in the States prepping for the Monkey League competition, but Shuani Yiheng will not be in attendance here. But we have a lot of really, really high level competitors here. To name a few, we have Yufeng, Ruhong, Yishen, the GOAT, the Kid. We have Ling Kun, and just a bunch of other really big names. So I'm really excited to see this. I'm really excited to analyze this stuff. And yeah, it'll be a great time. And we have an interesting format coming ahead of us.
Yeah. So I think just like all the viewers, I had no idea what was going on here. It's like this CCA, SCA China Championship. And from what I understand, so Dilly, so first of all, this is like not going to be a traditional stream where like we know everything and it's like we're kind of like disseminating all the information. We're trying to figure everything out along with you all. So what it seems like this thing is apparently for many years now, the SCA, which I guess is like China Government Speedcubing League, from what I can understand, puts on like these like competitions or whatever. And for the last like 5 years, they've had this big competition on August 18th, or like somewhere around August 18th. Apparently, it's like 818. It's like a notable thing. And apparently this year, or maybe they've been doing it for several years, they've had like qualifier competitions that lead to this one, and they kind of have turned this into like their version of whatever their national championship is. So this is not related to the WCA whatsoever. The format is completely different. The way that they do things is completely different as far as I can tell. But it's like still like it's like in this like semi-official kind of gray area where like things are like different from what WCA competitions are like, and none of these results are going to end up in the WCA database. But it seems like they also like track some sort of results or whatever. All that stuff aside, I think like the main interesting thing for us here is that, again, this is a glimpse into China. The fact that this competition has been going on for 5 years, and like I had no clue what this was until Mayo was like, Mayo was just like, hey, you want to commentate over this? I'm like, okay, sure, I guess. Like, I don't know what's going on here. You actually I couldn't find any information about it, at least online or anything. So everything Mayo is like, and Mayo, Matthew Mernick, by the way, is relaying to us. He's like getting through like some like WeChat chat or whatever. So apologies if some information is so apologies if some information is like incorrect or like something weird happens that like, you know, we explain and it's like something completely different happens. But Dilly, I guess like kind of like what are your thoughts on like the fact that there is this big competition happening in China that us in the West just have no idea exists whatsoever?
So the big thing, I think, starting around COVID era, at least when we saw like Ruhong and then other notable Chinese cubers pop up soon after, is there's a huge mystique, I would say, an allure maybe around what the Chinese coaching infrastructure looks like. We hear talks about how it's so big over there, it's so popular, mainstream, this, that, and the third. There's a movie out in China currently, a Rubik's Cube movie with like one of the most popular actors in the entire world. And no one really knew what was going on. And so anytime we get a glimpse into it, it is always, it's good to see what's actually going on, right? Like you said, we may not have the most relevant and correct information at all times, but we have a decently solid gist. But from my understanding and the other things we've seen previously, the scale and the professionalism of these competitions, we can talk about whether or not this is deemed official or not. To me, this is arguably more official than your average local, right? The production quality here, the fact that we have a stream that's being able to go all the way to the States, and the fact that there's all these staff members, the amount of competitors here, I think it's over like 1,400 competitors, which is more than we had at the European Championship, right?
Yeah.
It's insane. And so seeing what's actually happening, seeing the new crop of kids coming up, seeing the current top level solvers who we don't get to see that much of. Like, for example, Yize Dong is at this competition. WR7 now with 4.44 average. You've probably, if you even know who he is, you've seen maybe one or two videos about him. So getting a chance to see some of his solves, especially in this head-to-head format, we'll be seeing a lot of solves from these competitors. It's going to be really exciting.
Yeah, it'll be pretty cool. So 1,400 competitors. So basically over the last like day and a half, they've like kind of like whittled them down, as far as we understand, to like 32 competitors left. And so right now what's happening is that they just finished up the semifinal round. It looks like it's like the seeding round into like this head-to-head final. And then they're going to have 32 competitors go head-to-head. And it's strange because it seems like they're going to do the first 16 matches, like so the round of 32. On the schedule that we were given, it's supposed to only take 15 minutes. So it seems like they're going to run these kind of like these matches like simultaneously. So we're not really sure what that's going to look like. So yeah, again, like you all are going to learn with us at the same time. I actually think that that's really interesting to do because especially if you're there in person, you can kind of like pick which matches you're most interested in and kind of like walk around or almost like kind of like see what's going on. Mernick has the results from round 2 pulled up now. So so it seems like the seeding rounds were kind of like average of 5 rounds. And so there's Yufeng. So there's also the name translations here. So I'll note that this was done by Gemini. So there may be some mistakes in like the exact name translation, especially for the people that we don't really know. But yeah, I mean, there's like Dilly said, there's lots of notable names: Yufeng, Yize, Yishun, Rihong, Bofeng, Linkun. So yeah, all these people are pretty notable. You'll see like PR there. So the PR is not related to their WCA PR at all. It's like whatever their like other results tracking system is. So don't get confused about that. But yeah, like you said, I'm excited to just kind of see if we can learn more from these competitors and just kind of get a little bit better glimpse into what they're doing, how they're solving, stuff like that. I'm sure, like, for example, Yize Dong, I think like nobody knows who he is basically. Like, I think like the only reason I know who he is because you guys call him the slow turning demon.
Because he's the slow turning demon.
Recent, yeah, exactly. On the most recent MS episode. And that's it. Like, other than that, like I barely can recognize him probably, like even when he does show up on the stream. So yeah, I want to know more about him. What his like solving patterns are like, what his style is like, where his like weaknesses are, stuff like that.
It's really funny you bring up Yi Zedong in particular. In my Discord, there's a handful of people who are like extremely tapped into what's going on in China. There won't be streams of Chinese comps, but these people will be up at like, midnight, 1 a.m. hours my time, and just be like typing in my Discord like, okay, round 1 is in of this comp. Yize got this. His A100 has updated to this. And I'm like, guys, whoa, we are wow. Really, really locked in right now. But someone asked me, they were like, Yize isn't even ball knowledge. I was like, I want you to understand, if we did Family Feud and we asked 100 random cubers if they knew who Yi Zedong was, the answer is almost like, I think it's 85 to 95% of people say no. I found out about him because I had my Chinese Connected, a client that I coach, who is like a Chinese native, lives in Canada now, but he is into the WeChat groups, and Yize's coach posted him on his WeChat page, and he references him as the slow turning demon. And I thought that was just a hilarious name to give him. Apparently Mills was saying that the slow turning demon is no longer. He is just the turning demon, apparently. He just turns normal now. It's not necessarily slow. And his recent improvement has been absolutely absurd. What do I know much about his solutions? Not really anything. I know he's a full ZB user, but his recent improvement in the last like 2 months has been insane. I know he went from like last time, like when I first heard about him, he had like 5.2 average, and now he's all the way down to 4.4, like I said. So recent competitions has been insane.
Yeah, the 5.2 that you're referencing, 5.21, which ties you actually. That's the end of last year. Used to.
Formerly tied.
Formerly tied. Now he is much further ahead, 4.44 average at this weeknight competition in Guangzhou. And like, I think like I didn't know, like I knew about Yi Zedong, but I didn't really like care about him until I saw 4.44 average. And then I'm like, okay, wait, this is insane. Because like 460, it's just weird because like 460, it's like, okay, yeah, whatever. I'm just kind of numb to 460. But 4.44, it's like, whoa, wait a second. Like this is getting ridiculous. And the fact that 4.44 is WR7 now, which is just kind of insane. I mean, the title of the most recent millisecond episode kind of sums it up, is like, China is just to be stopped. It's just crazy. But you can't stop China without knowing what any of their solves are like. So that's kind of what we're going to get a insight into here in this comp. So yeah, it'll be interesting. We also have like a couple people giving us some information in the background. So hopefully we will try to relay that stuff to you as it comes up. Right now they're in like this like break phase between the semifinal and the head-to-head final that they're going to happen. Dylan, we were also watching a little bit of this yesterday. I think there was like, we watched a little bit of Yishan yesterday. I guess like, what are your impressions of like the setup and stuff that they have? Because it's pretty different from the way that WCA stuff is done, even in China.
Yeah, I think it's quite interesting. If you look here, the scrambler is actually at every single station. So there's not like, competitor stations and running judges or judges sitting and you go to a station. You sit down, it's stationary. Your scrambler is literally immediately next to you on your left and your right. I think this is really cool. I think it, you're more of a competition efficiency guy than I am, but I think we did something similar like this for qualifying stages at PSL Berkeley, first ever PSL. And I actually quite liked the format, and competing in it was a lot more comfortable. I think that is really cool. I think just the scale, I mean, if we go back to what it looks like, it is just so pristine and clean. And we have all these brands, we have all these sponsors. They just do it different and they do it better. Like this looks amazing. And I mean, I have nothing really else. I think for most competitors, they will likely enjoy this competing experience maybe a little bit more. It's hard to say, obviously. If it's not your norm, maybe it takes some adjustment phase. But I do think this is potentially ideal.
Dude, it's just like the sheer number of stations here is just absurd. Because if we're just like counting the number of tables, there's at least 6 tables per row. And there are 4 rows. That's 24 tables. Each table is 2 stations. So we're talking like 100 stations are fitted here, which is just absurd. And again, like each of these tables has their own scrambler, like their own dedicated scrambler, which is just nuts to me. Like the scale of China is crazy. The fact that like they've managed to like put cubing onto this level of pedestal. So the other thing is this is like government recognized, which is crazy. It's like one of the few like competitions in the world where like the government or like the Ministry of Sports, whatever, is like involved in this stuff. We were looking at like some of like the regulations that we got like a translation of, and it's so weird because like for example, on the WCA side, you have delegates, right? And the delegates are kind of selected by the WCA. Right now, it's like it's actually a fairly informal manner, but for this competition, like the head judges or whoever like the main competition like referee is by the Ministry of Sports, so by the government itself, which is just a very weird scale to kind of think about. Like cubing is to the point where you have someone on the government whose job is to pick someone to be like the cubing judge. Like it's just nuts. The scale of China is crazy. And even if like we think like, oh, like the WCA comps don't like stack up to this, which I'm kind of the opinion of, there's still something I think really interesting to learn to see like how like China has managed to hit this scale and how like, I mean, this is one of the main reasons why China is taking over cubing right now, I think.
Yes, most definitely. I mean, the scale of these competitions is a product of kind of the culture in the country where it is just more popular, right? Like obviously just things are going to be bigger because they have bigger population, whatever. But because there's so much coaching infrastructure, that makes there more demand for these types of competitions. Or because there's more competitions, there's more demand for coaching. It kind of goes both ways, but yeah, they're synergistic. They grow both ways.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting, at least. So it'll be kind of curious to see like what that does to the competitors. I feel like it could go either way. On one hand, like you have like more opportunities to compete at a high level, so that gives you better like practice and stuff like that. Like, you know, you're just put in this situation like more and more often. So then when that happens at like the World Championship or whatever, you're already like, oh, well, this is just like the China Championship that I was at like 6 months ago, whatever it is. But on the other hand, it's also, I feel like there's more eyes on you. It's not like there's like a local comp where like the local comp, like, yeah, there's like people like know who you are. Like probably everybody's watching Dylan Miller at some Louisiana comp, right? But at the same time, because it's like a local community, it's like kind of chill if you just kind of throw or whatever. Everyone still has your back. Whereas here, this is like on the national stage just from the get-go. And again, these are like kind of kids we're talking about, kids who like don't really have like the same experience. I mean, I don't think Giza Dong has been to a major championship ever. Like this like might be like one of his like bigger majors that he's attended. I guess SSL is like a semi-major. Guangdong, I think he was at Guangdong, the one with the head-to-head back in February. That's like a semi-major also. But yeah, like this is like a pretty big stage for little Yiza to be just thrust into.
Yeah, I don't remember if he was at Asians 23. I don't think so. If he was, I don't know if we probably were watching him at the time because his improvement has been pretty recent.
Oh, he was at Asians 24 in Malaysia.
24.
But
yeah.
He got 2.8 averages, so he was not great back then.
Oh my goodness! Wow. Yeah, kids improved a lot. Oh my gosh! Wow.
Yeah, he's literally halved his results since then.
Yeah, literally. I'm thinking about when I got my first 8 average, and it was like 2016. And it's like, okay, dude. Yeah, it's probably when the kid was born or something.
Yeah, actually, though.
Like literally. I don't know. I'm just really excited for this competition, man. Scale, obviously, we see people filing in now. Potentially, we're going to get into our round of 32.
Yeah,
and I'm just hoping to see good people, man.
Yeah, I think we're going to see some cool stuff anyway. Like we were watching a little bit earlier. We watched at least 3 solves from Yufeng in the qualifying phase, and he was just shooting high fours like it was nothing. So I expect that we'll see more of that. So in the final, the final is a head-to-head round, and it's like a singles-based head-to-head format, from what we understand.
Yes.
And it's pretty straightforward. It's a single elimination, 32 down to 16, down to 8, down to 4, down to 1, and they're going to play a third place match also. The number of solves. So this is interesting. There's only one set. Every single match is only one set, but the number of solves to win the set kind of increases as you go deeper and deeper. It's going to start off with, I think, the 32 and 16, and maybe the top 8 also is first to 5 solves. So that's like best of best of 9, I guess. When we talk like WCA is like best of 5 solves, and like the number of sets is variable. Actually, PSL is also best of 5 solves to win a set. But again, there are no second sets. There's only one set for everybody. So it'll start off with like a best of 9, best of 9 or first to 5. Then it'll go to first to 7, and then it'll go to first to 9 in the first place match. I think the third place match is going to be first to 7 as well. So this is kind of interesting. We're going to see longer and longer sets, which I think will be kind of fun. I know, Dilly, you've also like, I remember in the past you've mentioned like it would be cool if like Worlds finals were not average of 5, but if it were average of 7 or even pushing average of 12. I don't know. Do you have thoughts on like kind of like these like long sets as opposed to having like multiple short sets?
I think okay. I think generally my initial thought is as long as the solve counts are comparable, I think it should do just as good of a job at showing who the better cuber is. Now, there is something to be said for having individual sets where you have more clear markers of how a match is progressing. For example, I know in PSL, if I go up a set, that changes my mentality versus when I go down a set. Now, if you know that a set is like best of 9 and you're down, 4-0, you know, it feels a lot different than if you just are down 2 sets. Maybe you could think about them very similar, but at least in my experience, I would take those situations as different ones and I would have to tackle them appropriately, right? So I think personally, I never thought of the idea of just having a single long set. At least in my head, I would love more than 9 solves because PSL, you know, it's first to 5. You're getting 2-9 anyway. Is it first to 9 or best of 9?
So the finals is going to be first to 9.
Okay, okay, so it's the same as like a PSL. Okay, yeah. It's the same as like a PSL.
I guess it is the
wins.
Same.
Yeah.
I guess it is the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the difference is though, like if you're. Yeah, I guess it is basically exactly this. Is it exactly the same? No, it's not exactly the same. Because like let's say it's 3-1, and then it's 2-3, 2-3. So in that case, the person who started 3-1, 3-1 has already hit 9 wins, but tied on sets. So I think that there is like a difference there. Theoretically, it should be easier to win a set down 4-0. Like, so that would be, down 4-0. Okay, well, whatever. We'll see.
We can do some type of math here. We can figure it out. I think maybe I prefer the set format slightly more, just because we get to see more solves overall. Yeah. But you know, I'm glad to see different experimentation in the head-to-head format. We haven't seen too much experimentation in the head-to-head format from the leagues that already do them. They've kind of been set in their ways for the most part of how they want to approach it, and so you know, seeing another approach to it is cool to see. Yeah.
It's kind of interesting because the WCA announced that head-to-head was going to be a thing starting this year, but that was just this year. That was only 8 months ago. So it's kind of cool to see, like, over the course of just 2026 alone, the environment, the scene of speedcubing has changed so much to the point where, we're like watching competitions from China now. This is something that like you would not have expected 5 years ago, heck, even 2 years ago. Like literally no one knew what was going on in China. Maybe fog of war might be a little too dramatic to call it that, but it's cool that we can get some sort of glimpse into what's happening. And I mean, it's just sick. Cubing is so fun, man. Like stuff changes so fast, and like there's always something cool happening in cubing. It's so fun.
Yeah, and we were saying like, not necessarily, I wouldn't say maybe breaking down that wall, but just, you know, making it to where we can see more from the West. It opens our eyes into what's possible, right? We've seen the way that China's pushing it. They do seem to be kind of the frontiers, the trailblazers of what professional speed cubing can and should look like going forward. And so getting as much of that shown in the States so that way we can, you know, promote this and grow cubing, and then also maybe take some of these ideas for ourselves and try to put on more events like this. I think it's just better for the sport overall, and it's just more fun to watch. Like you just get more cubing is good for everyone.
Yeah,
more to watch, better experience.
Yeah, I think that's kind of where I'm at too. Like, I don't know if we're gonna have competitions like this in the States, or if the WCA should adopt something like this. I'm not super convinced of that right now, because obviously, these guys are operating in China. They're operating under a different set of conditions than the WCA, which is like worldwide, right? But I do think it's just fun to watch more cubing. And exactly like you said, I think like we get some idea of like, okay, well, this is how they are doing it, and this is like what works for them. And okay, well, can we try and import that? Okay, no, this is not going to work for us. Okay, so then forget it. What about anything else that we can try and like be inspired by, so to say? I think all of that is just good for cubing, because I think the more ideas we have, that's something that I think that's really cool about cubing as opposed to other traditional sports. Is I feel like, yeah, there's like a lot of tradition that we have in cubing, but nothing is really set in stone, especially as we kind of navigate closer and closer to what it looks like to become a more and more organized sport. And so the more ideas, the more things that we're exposed to, I think the better chance we have of finding the formula that really does work, that the viewers most connect with, the competitors connect with, what's just like the most fun, the most scalable stuff like that. So like hitting at midnight, well, not quite midnight, it's now just past 11 p.m. for me. But yeah, I think it'll be fun. I have no idea what's going on. Just kind of cooking on like this break mode. I thought I saw people like kind of coming up in like these white shirts, so I thought that they were get started.
Yeah.
Yeah, not sure what's happening still. They got like this red and blue thing in the background that I can't quite make out.
These are going to be the competitors for each the top 32, right? Because it's 4x4.
It's 4x4, and then each one is 2. So okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense. And it does look like there are like names at the top. Like I can like barely make out Yufeng's name, I think, in the top left, which makes sense because he was the first seed going into this. But everything else, unfortunately, it's a little
and I imagine it's 1v32, 2v31, etc. Typical bracket style. I don't know why it would be anything different. So I don't imagine we'll be seeing too many upsets. Obviously we have a lot of high level competitors here, but I think the pack is relatively top heavy, and the people that are good that you would happen to know their name pretty comfortably should walk away with this. I mean, it is first to 5. Maybe you throw a solve or 2, and then the other person pops off. Maybe there's a world. Obviously, it's going to be closer in like the middling seeds, but time being, I imagine we'll be able to see pretty much everyone that you want to see going into the finals, and hopefully get to see more solves from more competitive matches.
Yeah, so let's quickly go over, I guess, the round 2. I think it was round 2. Whatever, the semifinal results. So first, Yufeng, as we mentioned, 481 average. Actually, if anything, I feel like that's a little slow for Yufeng. I would have expected something a bit faster than that. Yizadong, second place, 518. Yishun, who I guess we're calling the kid, 549. Yeah, again, I feel like that's slower than I would have expected. Rihong, 560, a bit slow. This is surprising to me. Bofeng, 599. That is really not what I would expect at all from the kid who +2'd out of world record single.
Yeah. WR4. I think it's WR4 for average, or WR5. One of the two. What I'm finding interesting here from these results is that obviously they've only had 2 rounds, but if we're looking at WCA results, Ruhong best average being 5.6 in 2 rounds is quite poor for his standards, and I would say even the same for Yishen, it being only 5.6 for Ruhong, 5.4 for Yishen, closer to 5.5. Not particularly great. And then obviously Zi Yang, Lincoln getting a 6.2 average. That's a little behind the pace for him. We have CR next to these results. I'm not sure what entirely that is. I know before we started streaming, we were seeing something along the lines of like maybe city or province or
Mm.
records of some sort. So maybe this is something like that. This is definitely not the fastest average of this competition. That would be the 481 from Yufeng. So
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. I guess I would have expected that these results would be better than, or at least like basically like that they would perform better at this competition than their WCA results. I guess a priori there isn't really a reason for that to happen, but I'm just surprised that like it seems like consistently everybody is quite a lot slower than what I would have expected. At least I have Yishan's results, WCA results pulled up here, and I mean he isn't getting sub 5 every single round, but he's getting sub 5 like maybe like at least once every 5 rounds, if not more frequently than that. So for him to have 549, I mean 549 is faster than his last WCA average, but I don't know, 549 just feels oddly slow to me. Any thoughts on like why everybody is slower? You would think that at least some people would be faster, right?
Well, one thing that I think is much different than the typical WCA structure is that the competitors are going to be lifting the cube covers off themselves. That could be something that trips them up, right? Where you have to like quickly do it, and then these kids aren't doing blind, right? They don't do that, so they have to figure that out. That's a slight difference. I mean, obviously, like we were saying, they're doing stationary. Most comps in China are going to be stationary as well. And it seems to be some people filtering in now, but yeah, it is just the difference in structure. I think you're not used to judges are not necessarily like directly next to you, right? They're on like the end of a table more so than in the middle of it. Maybe there's some stress of like someone kind of being over your shoulder or something like that. Or maybe one thing that actually is very sneakily underrated in cubing is the concept of your like elbow space, right? If you feel constrained, kind of being stuck very narrow, your turning movements are not as relaxed and comfortable. And so thinking about it now, I don't know if I would love a trifold directly on the side of me as I was competing.
Yeah, I feel like maybe the table would need to be like twice as wide, maybe, and then it would be like definitely fine. But it does seem like it's a little bit tight, because from what I can tell, this looks like your pretty classic like 6-foot table. And I mean, you can see like there are some competitors who are seated right now, so you can kind of feel like how it does feel a little bit cramped. So maybe you're right. Maybe it is like kind of just like maybe like the elbow space is still there, but just the fact that you know that somebody is there and you don't want to bump them is kind of like playing with like your head a little bit. Or certain, so yeah, I mean, it's very, very possible. I'm excited because I think we're about to finally get some solves. I thought that they were supposed to start this about an hour ago. I guess, they ran behind for whatever reason. I mean, that's fine. It happens. The scale that they're doing this at is pretty absurd all throughout. Okay, that is definitely Lincoln, I think, because I feel like that hat is super iconic.
Hat. Yes.
Yeah, that is a good looking hat.
We talk about the Teo bucket hat, but we don't talk about the Lincoln the brim.
Baseball. Yeah, the baseball brim, dude. Yeah, he looks good there. Oh, there's one thing that we should mention. You're like, oh, what happened to Yiheng and Xuanyi? Well, the American viewers probably know, but yeah, Yiheng is in America right now. He's actually competing in Dover, Delaware, of all places. At the Mid-Atlantic Championship.
They talk about Dover in the same way they talk about Los Angeles and New York City.
Yeah, definitely. So that's where he is. And Xuanyi is out of the country right now. He's actually in Vietnam. He is competing at the Vietnam Championship. He was on a pretty good average earlier. I think he had like 409 BPA that he ended up throwing that and ended up getting 421. Just a terrible average from Xuanyi. So yeah, that's why neither of them will be competing here today, which is a little bit of the shame. But I actually think that's still kind of cool anyway, because like I think if either of them were in this field, they would just kind of dominate for the most part. I think Yufeng maybe had a chance. Bofan maybe had a chance. But yeah, I think they would just kind of destroy this. So we can kind of get to see a little bit outside of, so I've been calling it the two god era, or the era of the two gods. But sometime there's going to be a god slayer somewhere, whether that god slayer is going to come from North America or is going to come from China. More than likely it'll come from China. It might even
We're forgetting about Poland, but maybe
it could be Poland also. Maybe the god slayer is Well, maybe the God Slayer just won the European Championship. That like also very, very possible.
The one thing I will say, very similar to what you're saying here, I looking into this, right? Obviously, we would love to see the top dogs here, but I love the fact in the storyline that this competition is who is the third best in the world. Obviously, notable exclusion here is no Jiaokun at this competition. That is a very solid contender for third best cuber in the world. If you're tapped in, you would probably assume it's going to be Yufong, but if you watched Chris Mills' Timon interview, he was saying that Yufong is probably almost on equal footing as Xuanyi Yihang, but remains to be seen, I think. But the fight for third in the world here is going to be very, very interesting. I am very curious, and like I said, just seeing solves from these competitors who we don't get to see much of unless it's like a PR, just seeing what an average result looks like for them, where their weaknesses are, what their strengths are, and what you can learn from it is going to be very valuable.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. And kind of like the meme that we've been kind of like passing around as we've been watching some of these like lesser known solvers is Dilly's been like, oh yeah, you see that that little girl who got 7.2 just now? Yeah, in 6 months she's gonna have sub 5 average and she's probably gonna be like WR10. And to some extent that is kind of true.
It's a good bit. It's a good bit. I've been running it a lot.
One of these competitors, might be in the top 10 in the world in 6 months. So it is kind of interesting that we can kind of maybe we get a glimpse into who like the next prodigies in speed cubing are, especially since a lot of the competitors here look pretty young. I don't know. I mean, we've seen a couple adults here and there, but I'm pretty sure like no one over the age of like 13 or maybe 15 is in this final. So yeah, we get to see a lot of like, I think like newer faces. Obviously we're not going to really know who they are right now, just because we don't know them well enough and we can't really read the Chinese characters very well. So we're not entirely sure like who they are, like matching faces to names and stuff like that. They might also just not even have a WCA profile. So yeah, I think that'll be another cool thing to watch out for. If you see someone get like a interesting, fast result, maybe we'll pay a little bit more attention to them in the future. Someone just got a 4. Oh no, that was a practice solve. Okay, so I definitely see Lin Kun here in the front. I'm not sure who that is whose face is covered by the display, but yeah,
Bofon on far right.
Bofon on the far right here. Like, was he in like that like lighter blue shirt?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, sounds good.
Our display is a little bit small, so we have to making out the faces is slightly difficult.
Yeah. Okay. So here on the red side, I don't know who's. So there's Yufong all the way on the left. I'm not sure who's like sitting opposite the aisle of Yufong in that blue. Not sure who that is. The person right in the middle, that is Yiza Dong.
Yes.
On the other side of the aisle, don't know who that is. And then on the closest side, or I guess on the right hand side, that is Rihang. So this kind of gives you like some sense of what's going on. In the back, there is who is this guy? Who's like seated right behind Yiza. I feel like I've seen him before, but I don't remember. Oh, that's Ziuya. He's a 2x2 legend. So yeah,
very underrated for his 3x3.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Okay, cool. I think like actual solves are happening now. So this is actually super hype. We can actually see what's going on. It looks like I think Rihang might have his cube. Yufong has his cube. Yiza has his cube. Dude, Yiza Dong is so small. Like, I knew he was young, but like I feel like he is even younger than I thought he was.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you how old these kids are, man. They just keep getting younger and younger. I'm at a loss at this point. It continues to surprise me, and it seems like we have. So this is the universal sign for, I think, if there's a problem, is what we found out, or is this them saying they're ready? Okay.
I think yeah, it's weird because it looks like. So on this red stage, it looks like the judge lifted up the cube covers, but then Yufong just lifted up his own cube cover. So not sure what's going on there. Everybody is going at the same time, which is just insane. So we're just like not going to be
very chaotic.
This is like WCA head to head, but like way more chaotic. Yiza had his hands on the timer for a long time. Okay, we're just gonna cut now. There's Lin Kun here in your front right. He's gonna get 5.7. Actually, that's a pretty solid time. 5.9 by this gentleman in the back, 6.07 for that person over there. 988 for this competitor who's seated at the same table as Lin Kun. Now, I wish we could go back to like the head honchos. Like I want to see Yufeng, I want to see Rihang. Obviously, so they can't hear us on the prod side. Okay, here we go. So Rihang 5-7
4-0 or 5-0.
5-0.
Best solve so far that we've seen. Better than Yufeng's 5-3 and Ruhang dropping a 5-7 on the far right side.
Yep. It looks like I briefly saw Ziyu, I think, also have a 5. Okay, so I guess what's happening is now like the judges are lifting up the paddles for the competitor who won, I'm guessing. So then like I guess they're gonna do some sort of tallying and then they'll update the scoreboards in the back with the this is definitely Bofan. Yeah. Dude, I love Bofan's glasses. I think he is so cool.
I speaking of drip, dude, Yize, the slow turning demon, he is dripped out, dude. I don't know if you saw the little puffer windbreaker with the baggy pants, bro. Like, what's up with these kids? Like, who was dressing them, bro? Like, hey, if I can't be their coach, their Cuban coach, man, hey, I can make sure that they're styling. That's like I can do something.
Wardrobe them up, dude. No, that's super cool.
I don't know, dude. Personal stylist. That'd be fun.
Dude, I've been such a Bofan fan since SSL Season 3. Like, Bofan is so cool. It's kind of crazy to be like, yeah, this kid is really cool, but Bofan just kind of
and he's got his hand in his mouth. I'm sorry.
Damn, dude, this is the guy I look up to. This is the guy who could have the world record single.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude, please never change.
That's the state of cubing, man.
Bofan, if you ever watch like a Western live stream, I want you to know that everybody thinks that you're hilarious. You are so funny, man. Please never change. Bofan has to be one of the best little Chinese cubers that I enjoy watching. He's so fun. Thank you for all the entertainment, Bofan.
We love Bofan. Yunji unfortunately is not at this competition. I'm hearing murmurs on chat in the streets that someone said that Yunji has better hair than Dylan. I don't know how I feel about those comments, but
dude, that's crazy.
That is a debate to be had. She's definitely a better 3x3 solver than me, but I don't know if I can take those comments. Yeah, I don't know. How do you think it works for these competitors? I mean, from my perspective, right, I feel like you're just getting iced at this point if you're waiting for all these other people to finish.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. This must kind of stink low key, because I guess so. Like, yeah, you can literally go through and see like they're like tallying the scores in the back there. And this must kind of suck. I feel like as the competitor, you're just like, I'm just gotta sit here and like watch as like this tabulation happens, which I guess I would have thought it would have been a little bit faster. Supposedly they were going to finish this round of 32 in 15 minutes. And I just kind of don't see that happening. I don't know if this is like a new format for them and maybe they're experimenting as well. But yeah, just very interesting to me. I think that they're getting iced. And I think for them to like kind of like be sitting here and like kind of waiting for what's next is a little bit awkward, certainly. It's also a little bit weird to me that like some names are in red and some names are in blue, even though they're like the pair is sitting at like a blue state. So that is a little bit confusing to me also. It's hard to know like who to follow. It looks like they're doing like a pass through the scores now, which I guess is a good thing that they're double checking. But I'm not really sure how necessary that this is. So we'll see. Maybe it's like 32 is like a little bit hectic. I'm sure they're gonna pick up the pace.
It looks like we're getting on one station. We're getting second solve scrambles out. And it looks like we're getting towards second solve scrambles. Okay, this is great.
Okay, awesome. No overheads or anything like that. At least certainly not now. I don't know if they're gonna there's no way they're gonna put them up for like the later groups, but hopefully there'll be like a little bit tighter of an angle for like especially the first place match, so we can actually kind of give you, or at least Dylan can give you some sort of commentary as to what's going on. This also kind of stinks that like they're they have to like wait for all of the judges to be ready. I feel like what's the point of running all of the matches kind of simultaneously if like you still have to wait for everybody? I feel like you don't really get the efficiency boost there. And like obviously for us, like we're just sitting here kind of waiting and riffing. The competitors are sitting there kind of waiting a little bit unnaturally. And then everything kind of just happens at a blur. So I don't know. I think it would be, I don't know if I would be interested in using a format like this, but it is certainly interesting to see what people are trying.
I will say I'm seeing at least 3 competitors starting at the exact same starting orientation with this block on green, red on white. So be curious to see how that impacts these solves. Bofon really good pace.
Yeah,
here.
really nice from Bofon. Like, yeah, you could just really feel the pace coming out from him there. Just like his splits just felt really nice. 474 for him.
And I do want to mention that 10.8 that we just saw, that was also a ZB solve, in case you were curious. There is 10-second solvers using ZB out here in China. Pretty
okay,
wild.
Let's see. Yufang, 463. I missed what Ruhan got, but he got like, I think 5.
Ruhan was like low 5. Yeah.
Yiza, 538. Ziyu in the back there, 582. I feel like Ziyu is a little bit underseeded because he's looking good. Lincoln 6-0. Yeah, I'm liking this shot. This is a great job by the prod team to just kind of give like a whole holistic view of what's happening. I don't know who got that 5-6. That might be someone we might.
That's what I was curious about. Yeah.
Track going forward. Okay, I actually really like this this wide like kind of like panning shot. That was actually kind of cool. So good job whoever decided to hit that there. Okay, interesting. I don't know if we have like a replay or anything. If we could even just see like a replay of Bofon solve, because I think he's the only one who got sub 5. That would at least be
cool. Yufang got 4.
Yes,
4-6.
You're right. Yeah, so that'd be kind of cool. But if there's no replay, then so that's also kind of chill. Yufang is an interesting solver to me. Like, I get why people aren't color neutral anymore. Like dual white yellow makes a lot of sense, but in this day and age, to be white only is so interesting. And the only solver I know right now who's doing that is Yufang. I don't know if you have thoughts on this, Dilly, but like, yeah, like why for him? Should he just learn how to do yellow cross?
Yeah. No, like unequivocally, yes. The answer is yeah. He should do yellow. I mean, like, obviously, if you only have reps on a singular color, it is going to be an extreme uphill battle to get yellow equal. But I would imagine with his skill level, and for the fact that he's inspecting super far on most of his solutions anyway, the look-ahead loss on yellow is probably not that big of a deal. It would take a lot of time and effort to get it fixed, but the fact that he is a white only solver and he is like pretty comfortably, I think, the 3rd best in the world. I mean, we're saying that it's still kind of up in the air, obviously, but pretty solidly 3rd best in the world is quite curious because we've never seen any other like single color solver in 3x3 be quite as competitive as Yufang is.
Yeah, I mean, so Philip, I thought was Philip Wire. He was white only, right? When he won Worlds in 2019? Was he white only?
I couldn't tell you. I forget which of the brothers is white only. But
yeah, I mean, that's the only thing that I could recall is someone who was like, yeah, single cross color only, whether that's white, green, or whatever, competing at such like a high level. So I mean, it's been done in the past before, but that was also 7 years ago. And I feel like anything pre-pandemic, you have to really take with a grain of salt whenever we bring up stats, because everything has changed so much that pre-pandemic stuff is like increasingly irrelevant as the days go on.
The landscape is nowhere near the same. It is entirely different.
Okay, well, this time it looks like they did the tabulation much faster. So great job to them. Because yeah, it looks like we're going to solve number 3 now. So some competitors are up 2-0, some competitors are tied like 1-1. So that's also kind of interesting that they're like ending up doing everything kind of at the same time, because not everyone is going to finish at the same time. Some competitors are just going to sweep 5-0, Like I expect that to happen for Yufeng, and like, the top solvers at least. And then some matches are going to be much more competitive, and they might go the distance all the way to 9 solves even. But yeah, it looks like we're inspecting now. Are we buffering a little bit, or is this my connection?
I think this is this is just the feed.
Okay, that's a little bit unlucky, but it's not like we have a super interesting angle right now anyway. Like, it'll take them time to like show the results, so we have some time to kind of look over.
Who is this Moyu sponsor that drops this 5-6? Is I 3-9?
Oh, 3-9. Oh, this is Yi Shun, dude. On the other side. Oh my goodness. We didn't even notice. 5-3. That must be. Okay, well, I thought 5-3 was Bofon. 5-5 Lincoln. Bofon 4-8. Yufeng 3-9. Yiza 4-4.
Holy mackerel.
Okay, I mean, this was a juicer, whatever it was. And it kind of looks like, I guess this is kind of what I expected. I think through every solve so far, Yufeng has had the best single. Actually, I think Bofon maybe had the best single in solve number 1.
Yize had the best solve 1, 5-0.
What did Bofon have?
Bofon, not sub 5. I think it was like mid 5, something like that.
Okay. But yeah, so Bofon I feel like is doing decently. Yufeng is doing well. I feel like Yiza is doing pretty well too. I missed what Rihang had. Maybe we can go back and see him at some point also. Yishun, I didn't even realize Yishun. Well, I guess I knew Yishun was in the field, but I didn't even realize where he was because he's so tiny that he literally like hides behind the scramble blocker. But 6-3 is kind of slow for Yishun, so he'll need to do a little bit of work. I'm trying to see where he is on like this back. Okay, so Yishun is on the third column, the very top.
What?
He's the one on.
Did
the
Ruhong get 3-4? Ruhong 3-4? Question mark?
Oh, maybe. Ruhong has been kind of resetting the timer. He's kind of
hard to say.
Reset Randall out here. So
reset Randall. Okay.
So we have no idea, but actually maybe that's kind of intimidation factor because then like someone looks up or something is like, whoa, wait, did Ruhong actually get 3-4?
And then 4-3 from Yize. Wow, holy.
4-3. Okay. I thought it was 4-4-4. Yeah, it's a good. Yeah, very very solid. Too bad we didn't actually get to see the solve. But yeah, very very cool. Okay, so we can actually read a little bit of the scoreboard now. So, and also forgive me if I make a mistake, but it looks like Yufeng is up 3-0, Yiza is up 3-0, Yishun is up 3-0, Bofon is up 3-0. Trying to see. I think Lincoln is also up 3-0. Ziyu is up 3-0. And that's all the names. I think there's Jiaozhou Li also. I think he's also up 3-0. Jiaozhou Li is actually he might be an adult at this point.
There was one adult that I saw doing pretty good up there.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so good to see that. Like, he's also competing and doing decently well. So those are the names that I can make out at the moment, and I hope all of those were right. I'm trying not to guess at the ones where I think I might be wrong.
I am quite curious about this Moyu sponsor in the front station middle currently. Like
the one in the white shirt?
No, the one in the black Moyu sponsor shirt. We just panned away from him, but he was dropping like mid 5s. And I don't know exactly Ooh, I love this little zoom in. Oh my goodness, this is cinematic.
That was cinematic. Okay, here we go, dude. Is that a dinosaur?
Yes.
Polo? That's sick.
That is really tough.
That is awesome. Okay, well, here's Yishun. He's kind of in the center of the screen now. Oh, no, not that Moyu sponsor. You're talking about someone else on the red side, I guess.
Yeah, red side. Yes.
Okay, so of the people we see on the screen right now, Yishun is the only face that I actually recognize, and he's just kind of blasting through this solve. Yeah, just the pause for ZB. I feel like the ZB execution was not great.
The ending of F2L pace was a little bit long, and then you get the anti-tune ZB, which like is generally fine. But yeah, the F2L, it was clean turning wise, but felt a little long. Maybe ZBLS was just a tricky case or something like that.
Low-key, I'm kind of shocked that you can even tell, like, based on the footage that we have, that was anti-sub. I only knew that it was ZB based on the pause. Bofon 5-7. I think I saw that Yufong got a 4. It's like just off to the right side of the screen now. I feel like most competitors on this like blue side I don't really recognize super well. Lincoln is one table to the left of Bofon, so he's also off screen from what I can tell. Yishun was right here in the center. He's the one who got 5-8. Okay, here we go. Yiza
6-1. It was this Moe sponsor, right? That we just went past.
Okay, the one who like just went off the left side of the screen here.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Lincoln 6-2.
Bofon 5-7. The scramble looks not great, actually. I mean, obviously, the solves are looking like
only
this,
one
times all around the board, not great.
Yeah, only 1 sub 5. This kid in the back, 5-7. Shout out, great work. 6-9 back over there. We have no idea what Ruhan got because he's kind of like metagaming this by resetting the timer. Looks like Z. Oh, that was Z in the back. 6-9. Yeah. It's kind of curious. I know like some people in like WCA comps, like nowadays we do live data entry, and so in order for live data entry to don't reset. I think it does trip some people up. So maybe it's something like that because maybe the rules are a little bit more loose for this CCA competition.
Well, that's why I think you have to do it where everyone goes at once. Like you can't do one at a time because I think the live data would be nearly impossible.
Yeah, makes sense. Interesting. It looks like the judge for Ruhang's table actually is holding up the paddle for the other competitor. So I wonder if Ruhang just like stripped enough. Maybe he didn't even start the timer actually. Maybe that's why it's still quad zeros. So Ruhang actually given a solve back. I think he's the first notable solver to lose one. And yeah, that's where he is. So in the top row at the 4th column, in red, I believe is Ruhang, based on the pixels that I can see.
Oh, does it just go by seeding?
That would make a lot of sense. Because Yufong,
1 would be Yufong, 2 Yize, yeah.
Ruhang, Bofon. Okay, yeah. I think it is seeded.
So the red is the higher seed.
Yeah,
red is higher seed.
I guess another way to think of it is kind of like snaked. So like if you look at the red ones, then from 1 to 4, 4 to 8, yada yada yada, and then once you get to the bottom, the blue is 17, then 18, then 19, then 20, and then kind of going backwards, which would make perfect sense. That is the way to seed a bracket like this. Okay, I see a lot of cubes kind of getting set up. So it looks like we're going to go into scramble number 5. So some of these sets are going to be decided here. Interesting. There's a 2-2. There's a couple 2-2s. So for them, this is actually a really critical solve. Kind of shifts the balance of power in the match somewhat. For a little bit of buffering.
So far, actually, since these are like what Lincoln got 6-2. The person on his station got 7-0. Like it's not even all of these wins are necessarily just absolute demolition. I mean, some of them potentially 3-4 Ruhang. Then that's obviously pretty hard to beat. But the density in competition here is really insane. Yeah,
it feels like there is like a little bit of parity in some of these. Okay, great. We can finally see a Ruhang solve. Ruhang is just trying to blast. Honestly, I'm shocked that was 5-3 because that looked actually really pausy and a little bit locky too. But I guess he just absolutely blasted through that to get 5-3-3. I think I saw Yiza get 5-3-5. So just a little bit behind. 5-5-6. Bofon, Lincoln 5-6-7. Dilly's probably hitting that in the background here. 5-7 from this random competitor. Don't know.
He dropped another 5 earlier in the competition.
Okay. So my mistake. I couldn't tell
you who, but he's dropping sub sixes, so we probably
we should know who they are. So who is that? Is that Yishan? Yeah, Yishan 4-6 and Yufeng 5-6. So okay, the kid 4-6-7. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, relatively solid showing. I mean, so far, like the way everything is shaped up, a lot of these sets just got decided. I mean, what Yize just won his match. Lincoln presumably won his match. They got to their first to 5. Quick refresher on the format because people were asking. This is the round of 32. First to 5 solves wins the match, and then you progress on to the top 16. And then it's standard bracket style from there. That's also going to be everything until top 8 is first to 5. And then semis is going to be first to 7. And then third place match and finals match is going to be first to 9 wins.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah, you can see as like the solves, or rather the results are being entered, you can see like the winners, losers of those matches. So he won his match. Yize won his match. I forgot who was in the third seed. Yishan won his match. Bofan won his match.
Ruhang did not. He still has one more.
Ruhang should have one more. I wonder what they're gonna do with the competitors who won. Like, are they just gonna like? So I guess we'll see with Yize here. Is Yize just gonna like stick around, or is he gonna like kind of like go back to like some spectator area, and then is he gonna have to come back for the next round? Is there like a break between? No, Yize is just camping there. So
interesting.
Yeah, overall, I guess I'm a little bit surprised that they expected this to take 15 minutes. I feel like, like the first solve is like, a little bit whatever. Like, I get it. It can definitely be like a little bit slow. But even with like the pace that they're going now, which it feels like a much nicer pace for what it's worth, I still think 15 minutes was pretty rough for, especially since some of these matches can take up to 9 solves. They're just not going through them fast enough. Okay, well, looks like Lincoln is getting up and he's just GTFOing,
taking his cushion with him.
that's kind of cute. Bofan just left, but although there are cubes still sitting there, so I don't know if Bofan is gonna come back. This is a
this is some shenanigans. These kids are funny,
dude. That's the other thing is like one of the things I've learned from organizing and delegating so many competitions is that like it's really hard to get like kids to like do what you want them to do, because like they're just curious little creatures, right? So they'll just they just love to like run around. They're here to have fun, and which we love, of course. But it's also like tricky to like get them to be like, oh no, like you're obviously not supposed to like leave. Please like stay here because I need you here in the next like 10 minutes. But they just have no cognition of that. I don't even know if Bofan remembered his cubes, and he was just like, okay, yay, I'm done. Like, time to go play on this swing or go work out on this exercise equipment or whatever.
Oh, dude, it's always so humbling when it's like I'm thinking about the people at the top of the world ranks, and then they're just aloof. They're just aloof kids. Dude, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Again, like Bofan with like his finger in his mouth or whatever. Like you're telling me this guy is WR5. Oh man, it's really fun though. I like it. I think it's cute.
The match I'm looking at here is top left. We have a fully grown adult versus a younger child. Again, Speed Ace
looks like,
and it looks like it's actually been a pretty competitive match between these two. This is where my focus is going. Oh, the Speed Ace is absolutely kind of cooking. ZB, oh my goodness, dude. Oh no,
dude, interesting. I actually thought that the kid was actually kind of behind pace for a second, because I felt like the other guy on the right was he had like more like consistent smooth pace. But then I think the last layer or whatever final OLP.
It was TZB.
Oh, okay. I feel like that did not go as planned. And obviously like you can tell from the timer stop also.
I meant the kid got TZB. Oh my gosh, Ruhang lost another solve. He lost by 0.1. 695 to 68.
The fast turning demon. It's 4-2. I mean, he's still like overwhelmingly likely, but yeah, interesting that also Yize is still
the parity here is crazy.
Okay, yeah, now Yize leaves.
He's dipping, but he's also leaving his cube, so who knows?
Yishan is still here. Yufeng, wait, why is Yufeng doing solves? Oh, okay.
Is
He's like
he's just chilling, just
consuming.
warming up.
Oh, okay. Well, Yiza is back, dude. That jacket is sick.
That's what I'm saying.
These kids know what's up. Yeah, whoever's dressing
Also,
them is.
I was informed the Moyu sponsor is Yifan Luo.
Oh, Yifan Duo. Oh, I see. Okay. I think I saw them. Okay, yeah, seeded 8th, going into this round.
Yeah.
Which I'm trying to think about where they're seated. I guess that makes sense.
Oh, dude, the front row is seeds
Right.
1 through 8.
Yeah.
Oh, see, we're figuring it out on the spot, guys.
yeah, we got this. Also, thanks. I'm presuming you got that from chat. Thanks, chat, for letting us know. Okay, I might want to. Okay, let me look up Yifan Luo. Okay, while we're kind of buffering or whatever's going on. Bofan in like this all gray, not bad. Let's talk a little about Yifan Luo. So I have no idea how old they are. 569 PR average, WR 72, 429 PR single. This is from earlier this year. Actually, has only been to one competition this year. That was back in April. Dutching small and special, where I think, this is the one where Shuani set the WR average, 371. So yeah, interesting. Only 15 competitions and only one this year. They were at the Asian Championship in Malaysia in 2024. 690 in the semifinal there, did not make the final. First competed back in 2021, that didn't compete for 2 years. And other than Asian champs in 2024, has only competed in China. Also a really good pyramid solver, top WR 47 in a pyramid 169 PR average.
We have 2 3 3. Oh, we have a few 3-3s here. Quite interesting.
Yeah, not sure. I don't know who these competitors are. One competitor is Wong. One competitor is Zhou. One competitor, I think, is Chen. There's a Li. There's a Zhang. It looks like Jiazhou Li has 3 points. Why is one of these matches 3-2? I thought everybody was on solve 7.
There was 1 or 2 matches that were actually like a point behind.
Oh, interesting. I wonder how that happens.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Okay, so here's Ruhong. So Ruhong is done now.
Cleans up. Yeah.
He's good to go. So that match we were looking at earlier, 6-2, 6-8. I think has the advantage there. Has probably won this matchup now. Oh, looks like we're in a little bit of a buffering loop, unfortunately. 6-8 versus 6-4.
They're going to be running everything else simul.
Like in like the
if
same.
If they're sitting at the same station, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's like a home field advantage type thing. Maybe like because Yufong is seed number 1, like he's gonna have home field advantage throughout the playoffs. You know, he's gonna be seated in the same spot. Lincoln went back to the exact same spot that he was at. Bofan is still sitting there. Bofan is looking like super pensive. He's thinking about like his homework or something that he has to turn in on Monday that he hasn't gotten started yet.
Dude.
It is kind of crazy to me that like these kids are like in school, and like my impression is that China school is like insanely competitive.
Yeah.
So like, and I'm sure like most of these kids are like good students, or certainly have a lot of pressure to be good students, and yet they are also like here spending hours at this Rubik's Cube competition. So, you know, props to these guys. Unlike adults have like loads of other responsibilities too. But I feel like studying and like being a student is a different type of responsibility that has like a lot of I think it has more, to me it feels like it has more external pressure in the East than it does here in the West sometimes.
Man, it is remarkable how they managed to get it done, and at such young of an age. I know it's always what we come back to. It's like how we talk about how Wimby's 7'5", and we mention it every time. But
right.
It's just I don't know how else to. I can't escape it.
Okay, well, I'll point out something that's not about their age right now. So based on the scoreboard in the back, it actually looks like the number 12 seed. I'm not sure who that person is, but they got upset actually. I think it would have been, so the 12 seed would have gone against what, the 19th seed or the 21th seed? 19, the 21st seed actually.
21st.
Wait,
okay.
21st seed, is that right? No, that can't be right. Because it should be 17, 18, 19, 20. No, it is right. It is right. So that's actually kind of a big upset, I feel. And also 5-1 is a little bit lopsided, don't you think?
Oh yeah, but we were also talking about the parity in these comps. Like Ruhong drops 2 solves, like he didn't start a timer on one of them, but he gets a 6-9, and the other kid drops a 6-8. Like bad solve for him, but like totally doable that the other competitor gets a 6-8 every time, right? Like the density of sub 7 solvers at this competition is insane. I'm looking at the speed ace on the left side. ZBLS recog kind of long. Unfortunately, it's going to be the thing that puts him away.
And so this is solve number 8 now. 5-4. So it means that match is actually a 4-4 match now, I think.
Ooh,
because they wouldn't be playing this if that kid had already 5 points already. So he can have at most 4. Because this is solve 8, that it must be a 4-4 match. That's kind of cool. That's pretty neat. The other thing is like the guy who the person who took 2 solves off of Ruhang, that competitor is what, like seed 29 or something like that, and they're getting like high 6. Whereas if you go to like even like the North American Championship, if you go to seed number 29, whoever got 29th in round 3, I would be surprised if it was better than 6-8. Like C29 is probably C29 is probably like what, like 7-5 maybe?
Yeah, low 7.5, something like that. I mean 6-8 made final, so
right. As you can attest, right? Or wait, what did you get? Did you get 6-5?
I got 6-7. No, 6-8. 6.
Yeah, you got 6-7. Like yeah, 6-8 made finals, and 29th was Derpy 7-1 actually, so a little bit more competitive than I. So yeah, I mean 29th seed is no pushover either. It seems like 790 was 32nd place in the previous round, so you needed 790 to make this final. 790 at the North American Championship actually would have placed you pretty far down. It would have placed you 44th, just above the one and only George Scully. So
Rubik's Man.
Yeah, and just behind Max Xiao. So 790 is actually slower than I would have expected.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. And so we're hearing that 16th place was 741. So that's actually really tight, isn't it? I feel like that's really tight between 16th and 32nd.
0.5. I mean, no. Well, because Naga was 0.3. I mean, it probably should have been closer to 0.5, but.
Yeah, let's see. 16th was 6.8.
32nd
was 7.3. 32nd was 7.3.
Oh, okay. So yeah, 0.5. I mean, yeah, that's about expected value, I think.
Okay.
And it looks like we have controversy in the top left. No, we're just saying we're ready. That's a little bit confusing to me.
Yeah, because there's also like, it looks like there's like another official back there for whatever reason. Okay, but here we go. This is like the decider solve, I think, for almost everybody except for the one pairing that's like one solve behind for whatever reason. It looks like they're also like all starting at the same time. We have the announcements turned off also, so we're not hearing if they're like making any announcements at all. But let's see, this one on the left. Oh wow, really close on those. This one
barely
on the left was really interesting.
It out.
I really thought the kid was gonna win, but it looks like just not able to get it done in the end. I was following the older competitor solves. The one on the
Me
right
as well.
a little bit more. So I don't know what kind of like happened or what went down for the other one, but that's a W. We think it's a W. This could be the match that's 4-3 theoretically.
No, this one was 4-4. I saw on the scoreboard. Hopefully.
Okay.
But yeah, hopefully. I mean, presumably 15 seed Jizao Li takes the dub over Speed Ace, unnamed Speed Ace.
So Jiazhou Li, 15 seed. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
What? Let me go back to reading the chat. Let's see. Oh, thank you, chat, for giving us all this info. Also. Oh yeah, we forgot to mention there is some prize pool, but we actually don't know what the full amount is. Oh, that person is Jiazhou Li. Okay, thanks. Thanks everyone.
Oh, Moyu sponsor here, ZY Yang. Is this ZE?
The person who they're like highlighting right now.
I'm saying like in front spots. On the side right of Ruhang.
On the side right of Ruhang. Okay, I see.
Yeah, that's
Ji
Yang.
Oh, no. Okay. I don't know anything about them.
No.
Jia Yang. Jia Yang. Wait.
Because you would imagine it would have been Bofon given the seating, but Bofon is not on the right there, so who knows?
Wait, so because it should be Yufang on blue, Yiza on red, then Yishan on blue, then Rihang on red, then Bofon. Then G is right. You got that right, bro.
Okay.
Ji Yang.
And it looks like they're resetting the numbers at the top. And they're cutting it down.
Yeah. So this looks like there's 8 competitors now. They got the Google Chrome open. Okay, so
that's not Google.
Yeah, I'm sure it's some other whatever they're using. But yeah, okay, so it looks like we're into like the top 16 now, Sweet 16, if you will. Okay, there we go. Thank you. This is a great looking shot. So these are the 16 Sweet 16ers. So yeah, so the first one is Yufang, Yiza, Yishun, Rihang, Bofon. Not sure who that is. Maybe that's Ji Yang. Linkun, then not sure who that is. And then going backwards is the other seeds. Jiazhou Li did make it. Looks like he will be going up against Yiza. Which is cool. Everybody is still at their same seat, which kind of doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. I feel like they should be moving seats now, right? Like they should be like seated like next to each other.
What it seems like to me is that now, like you said, the higher seed stays where they're at. The lower seed then matches up with their matchup, and it's still going to be simul until finals.
Wait. So, like, do you think like the lower seed is gonna move, or like are they just not gonna move at all? Because I don't see Jiazhou Li sitting next to Yiza Dong.
Oh, but then how is the judge gonna determine who wins if they're not sitting next to both of them?
Yeah, you're right. Because then like whoever's like doing like the results entry has to like look all the way across. Like that doesn't make any sense. Maybe they have some system and we just don't understand. Actually, we definitely just don't understand whatever their system is.
We definitely no. He's sitting next to there's 2 competitors at these stations.
Right, because there was no one sitting next to Yishun before, and the person who's sitting in next to Yufang also changed. So I mean that just makes sense. They should be moving around. Okay, and then here's this other speed person. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Okay, yeah, here we go. Okay, we finally understand what's happening. Great. We're slowly but surely putting it together as well. And I guess the stations in the back, I guess they can just get rid of them now because they don't need them.
Sure. Seems effective.
I feel like you can reallocate your staff members. They can take a break after going on all day. So the other thing is like they held this competition yesterday. This is day 2 that we're watching. And then they actually have day 3 tomorrow. So for some reason, 3x3 finals is happening right now. I don't know. We did see that they were doing like a bunch of yesterday. They were doing sort of like 1x1 pyramids variant. I don't know. You guys in the chat might know. It's kind of like as if you were like it only has like one central centerpiece. I don't really know how it works. But it was different. They were doing Scube yesterday also, I think. So they have like a bunch of different events. So I wonder if they're going to do the finals for those tomorrow. And for some reason they decided to do 3x3 in the middle here and not like before and not like as like the grand final for whatever reason.
Yes, they'll be doing side events tomorrow. Yeah, they will be doing side events tomorrow. I think 2x2 at least is happening tomorrow.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize. I guess 2x2 makes sense for them to hold. I guess right now it's currently Sunday. And actually it's like 9. Wait, is it 9 a.m. for them? China is 15 hours ahead. 12 hours ahead of here, Eastern time. So it's like about noon for them, something like that. So I wonder what they're going to do for the rest of the day also. Maybe I just got, wait, I can just look this up. China time now. Yeah, it is like noon for them. So I wonder what they're going to do for the rest of the day. I mean, I really hope that they kind of pick up the pace a little bit because I kind of don't want to be here until 3 a.m. commentating.
Yeah, yes. We were under the impression that finals would be around wrapping up at this time, but totally fine.
No, it looks like they're like mobilized now, and they're like kind of moved around. I actually think everybody kind of moved because now we see Lincoln over here, even though he was like the higher seed. Which honestly, they should have just done this from the get-go. I feel like nobody knew where they were supposed to go. But it looks like we go off against Ziyuya, which will be kind of cool.
Actually, pretty competitive. Lincoln was dropping like 6-2s and like high 5s, and Ziyuya was dropping like mid 5s, high 5s.
Okay, our producer Mayo telling us that apparently after this they're going to do 2x2. Dilly, I don't know about you. I'm not sticking on for 2x2. But I can't commentate that anyway. Especially if it's a format like this where everything is happening at the same time.
Yeah, it's going to be like 1.3s across the board, and we'll be like, yep, good time.
So I wonder if let me look at the regs, but I wonder if sliding is allowed in this.
No, there's no illegal activity.
It does say that there's no illegal activity, but what if it's not? What if it's not illegal?
It's up to official referee discretion.
I mean, to be fair, you could have you could just allow sliding. I mean, it's a decision that you can make. It's a little bit of a silly decision if you ask me, but that it's totally like valid if they just say like, hey, yeah, like this is a legal way to start the timer. And I mean, that could be interesting. Like, it would be interesting to have sliding league and like just like see like you allow. No, I'm not saying that the WCA should do this, but like in like some unofficial capacity, just allow people to slide. I wonder what kind of crazy solves they could come up with.
Well, what degree of sliding are we allowing?
Yeah, that's true.
That's the problem,
dude. I think
because I'll just do the whole solve in one turn at the end. I'll just get 0.01.
I think like you can allow the cube in your hands, like so you can hold the cube and like start the time with your forearms. I think that bit is allowed, but like as soon as you lift up, like you have to lift up before you can do any turns. You know, that could be curious.
But then it's not sliding.
It's not slide, but it's like practically sliding, right? Because like, why would you like actually slide if sliding is allowed? Like, wouldn't you just like start with your forearms? Like, I would do like a slow slide where like I would just put my wrists. I would move my hands up so the wrists are like are on the pads, ready to start, and then I would hold the cube, and then I would just go from there.
Sure.
Anyway. Sure. Clearly, this is a dumb idea, right? And this is why sliding is not allowed.
No. I think this is. No sliding is allowed in this competition. We are not saying that.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, enough of that. Enough of that nonsense, dude.
the nonsense.
Dude, this is how you know that this is a midnight commentary kind of gig here. Okay, I think
we also just have time.
I think Lincoln versus you is going to be fun.
It's going to be by far the best matchup.
So I forgot who this kid is, kind of in the black and white here. Was that Yifan Luo?
I don't think so. I think Yifan Luo is the one in the Moyu sponsored apparel, the black.
Oh, I see.
Black Moyu tee.
Okay.
Seems like most competitors here are opting for white cross and similar starting orientations for Lincoln on far left and Speedos on far right.
I'm surprised you could even tell because the cube cover is kind of Omega in the way. Yeah, white cross for everyone I can see. Lincoln wins this one. 6-3 from Ziyu.
Nothing particularly crazy from Lincoln. I think the last layer transitions actually were what kind of saved the solve here. F2L was fine, but I don't think the solve is actually as clean as a 5-4 would tell you. The last layer was pretty clean.
All right. The tippy top is Yishan 5-2-2, Ruiheng 5-2-3. Yiza, wait, did Yiza lose this one? Yufeng 4-1. Damn.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Considering that so many people picked white cross, maybe Yufeng 4-1 kind of just makes sense because he's kind of the white cross god. Dude, maybe we should call Yufeng the white dragon or something like that.
The
snow dragon know. because he's white cross, right?
I don't know if that applies. It's hard to say. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. A little bit.
You know, maybe.
Yeah, from everyone that I saw, just based on like the ending orientation, it looks like Ziyu is the only one who picked yellow cross, and he kind of lost pretty handily to Lincoln.
Yeah, one of the worst times of our top competitors.
I don't know where Bofon ended up. I think he's behind one of these scramble blocker things. Oh, actually, there's Bofon right there. He's at the far left, I think, just being a little goofball, as always. He's sleeping on the table.
Oh, dude, he's yawning. Apparently, this is going into their scheduled lunchtime, so the kids maybe kids may be a little bit tired.
Yeah,
a little bit famished.
Famished, yeah. Peckish. Yeah. I had an extremely.
But hoping for some better times here.
Yeah. I don't know. The fact that everybody's the same. I guess most people are probably dual cone neutral anyway. But the fact that everybody, from what we could tell, like kind of picked like similar orientations, maybe means that there was just no other good option. And sometimes that works. Sometimes that means that like, oh, it's like a really easy continuation that you can kind of see. And sometimes it's just like, okay, well, there's like everything sucks, and so we're just gonna pick this. Okay, here we go. Yellow cross from Jiaozhou.
Clean start.
Yeah, I mean, good solve from Yiza. Yufeng 4-2. Obviously, Yufeng did white cross. Everyone else I saw did yellow. Yishan.
Yes.
535. 4-8 from Ruiheng. Nice work there.
It's honestly remarkable that Yufeng got the best time here, and I think most competitors went for yellow. Maybe they just didn't see something on white that's like actually pretty good, but you would expect 4-9.
Yeah,
you would just expect like from this caliber of solver, like they would pick the right color, and the fact that Yufeng is still getting 4-2, what was it, 4-2, 4-4 on what's maybe one of the worst of the two options is pretty insane. Consistently sub 5, sure, but low 4 on the scramble is a lot different.
So chat, who is the person who got 4-9? if you could let us know, that would be solid. That would be awesome. That would be goated, as they say. Because I guess I don't know where Zi Yang is. So I guess it could be them. Okay, so that is
Yifan.
Okay, so that is Yifan. Okay, so I guess I still don't know who Zi Yang is. I'm trying to, maybe if I can figure out who he's going up against. I'm trying to see his name in the back here. Oh, I see it. Okay, he is one of the higher seeds, but I have no idea. He's going against someone else whose last name is Zhang, but not Bofan. Yeah, but not Bofan. Okay, solve number 3. Wait, solve number 3 incoming, right? But I guess
2. Oh wait, why are these right ones only have one solve?
I feel like, I don't know if they like didn't update the scoreboard or something.
Oh okay, yeah, they're getting to it. Yeah.
Okay, a lot of 1-1s board here, which makes a lot of sense. I mean, it should just be straight up more competitive. We did see Ziyu, by the way. He got like 5-1 to Lincoln's 6 something. So as we expected, the most competitive matchup, what we think is the most competitive matchup at least, is tied 1-1. Yeah, so this black and white, the guy in the black and white shirt. So this is Yifan, we think. Thanks, chat. Thanks for hanging out, by the way, chat. Like, it's like, I know it's like midnight or maybe later where you're at. Maybe it's 9 p.m. if you're Pacific time. Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us. This is a bit more casual as we go into solve number 3. Everyone's starting at the same time. Although, I mean, if you ask me, I think ZU started a little bit late. Lincoln 5-3, ZU 5-9.
Lincoln just burned through this, bro. Like,
yeah, he blasted.
Wasn't super clean. He just and he's geeking too. But like solution, nothing to be really crazy, but the turning was just really solid. I think he got like soon SXEF prime into like a U perm or something like that. Pretty spammy overall.
Sub 5 4-9. It instantly resets the timer. Gotta love it. Yishen 6-0.
Ekes it out.
Yiza 4-8.
And then no idea on Yufeng.
Well, he won, which I guess is to be expected. Number 1 overall seed. I actually don't know if it's a bracket. Actually, now that I think about it, I wonder if it like Yufeng is just getting the lowest seeded person who qualified. You know, because I mean, otherwise they would show like some sort of bracket structure, wouldn't they?
Yeah. No, I mean, I imagine he's just the lowest person that quals, right? That's the only way it would work, really.
Yeah. Huh. That's interesting. I guess it's not what I expected, but I mean that makes the seeding even more important in round 1. Actually, Bofan gave up a solve because he's in the first column, the third. First column,
Bofan
third
going
row.
Against.
I don't know. I don't know who that person is. I feel like I don't know if I've ever seen any of those, so I can't even make a guess.
They're saying that Manu is they're loving your Chinese reading skills. By the way, I don't know if you saw the compliment in the chat, but
thank you, chat.
And I'm loving it too because I would be even more lost.
I'm giving it a go. It's a little bit easier for me because I know some Japanese, so at least I can like recognize the pieces of the characters. And that definitely makes it way easier. But thanks, chat. I'm trying. It'd be great if we had like this is like the English version of the stream, right? So we don't have anyone who natively speaks Chinese, so I guess you're stuck with me now. Okay, we finally get to see a Ruhang solve, Yishen solve also. Kind of pausey from Ruhang. That's actually really weird because I feel like he got to ZB reasonably fast, but then his exec on ZB was bad. Yiza with a 7. He kind of threw Yufeng just a go.
Dude, what is it? Just Ji Zhao Li? I'm so sorry.
Jiao Li.
Jiao Li. Yeah. Beat Yize, but +2 to 6-3 to miss the win.
Oh.
So Yize getting bailed out here.
Looks like Lincoln and Ziyu was super close. 5-7-2, 5-7-5. Bofan also got 5-3, I want to say. So Bofan is getting good. Oh, I forgot to mention, this is also first to 5. So there will be. So Yufeng will probably have one more solve. Yeah, I think Yufeng will have one more solve. But interesting. So actually, Yiza and Jiao Li are tied 2-2. That is actually kind of nuts.
That is if Jiao Li ends up catching this dub, that is going to be very impressive. Yize got third again SSL, like we said, WR7 average, 444 official, like very, very good competitor. On his essentially in his prime, and is on his takeover arc currently. Tie game here. We were talking about how there's a lot of parity here, which definitely there is, and especially in a first to 5 format. Yeah, it's definitely doable.
Yeah, first to 5, I mean, a little bit longer than the formats we've seen in the West, and a couple other Chinese formats that we've kind of heard about from time to time. Certainly longer than your Monkey League sets as well. But it is interesting to see that, yeah, I mean, WR7 just dropped 2 solves to, obviously Jiao Li is no pushover, right? And of course, being an adult, you have a better chances to steal your nerves. You've been in more situations like this. He actually gave a really fun interview during the 2024 Asian Champs. I think he's actually pretty good at English from what I remember. Oh, darn. I really hope I'm remembering correctly, because I'm positive that he had an interview. And I was like, wow, he's really fun to listen to. So yeah, I guess there's that little, you guys see Yiza, right? He's dripped out like an adult, but clearly he's like a little kid.
Yes, they are not that old.
Okay. Back to the action. Solve number 5. This should be the last solve for Yufeng and maybe a handful of other people, but a lot of other sides are not clean sweeps so far. Bofan all the way on the left-hand side, the far left. He's going to finish first of the 4 that we're seeing here. 5-6 from him. Did you see anything fancy here?
No, it was pretty normal. Last layer exec wasn't particularly great, even though transitions are pretty solid. Just felt a little slow.
I mean, these are some pretty bad times just all throughout. Of course, Yufeng just
Yize clean up.
Yeah, Yiza. So he's up 3-2.
Oh,
is that 5-0?
We don't. 509 from Yishen. 4-4 Ruhong. We don't know if that was legit or not. Reset Randall.
I gotta love Reset Randall.
Reset Randall. I mean, we a Reset Randy. We don't.
Dude, Yufeng is just I don't even know why I'm here. He's trying to get to lunch, dude. He's trying to get out of here.
Dude, he's banging out mid 4s against 8-3s, and he's waiting for this to get tallied up. And he's like, guys, come on. I just want my I want my grub.
He wants those Dino Chicken Nuggies or I don't know, whatever. There's got to be an equivalent to Dino Chicken Nuggets for China too, right?
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna guess, but probably yeah.
There's got to be something that the kids love. Yishan also cleaned up, so he can go eat a little bit of lunch also. Lincoln Ziyu 3-2. Ruhong is still here actually, so I guess that makes sense because we saw the 6-9 was from the last round, so I actually don't know why he's still here. I guess he must have. Dude, I like how Yishan is just chatting it up with his scrambler.
Dude, he's just showing one-handed S moves.
That's actually kind of crazy.
That's actually dude, with his tiny little hands, dude.
Yeah, that's nuts. I thought Yishan hadn't competed in anything other than 3x3, but maybe Maybe he's expanded his repertoire 6 months into his cubing career.
Dude, and he's just such a happy little kid, dude. Apparently he's 7 now, by the way.
Right. I heard Mills say something like the announcer said something like that he's 6, and then he went up and corrected her.
Yeah. He's like, I'm 7.
That's actually insane, dude.
Dude, I feel like Yi Shin has that dog in him. Oh, we see Ruhong going here. No, I mean, this is
that real? I think it's fake.
Yeah, yeah. The other person's solving on the right, yeah. And now he's cleaned up, yeah.
Okay,
I thought that was legit.
I didn't see a cube cover though. Like, there's no cube cover on the table, but he's getting up. I mean, if it's legit, then okay. I guess it must have been legit because everyone else did a bunch of solves too. So
5-1 Ziyu, 5-7 Lincoln. Ooh,
yeah, that match is tight,
this
dude.
Is tight.
World record holder versus former world champion, of course, in different events, not 3x3. Bofon, no idea what Bofon got.
Probably a dub, I would imagine.
I sure hope so. Yiza 4-7 to Jiaozhou's 5-3. 5-3 I feel like is a great. Wait. But why is the judge holding up? Well, he's only up the number 2. I don't know if that corresponds to Yiza being the number 2 seed, or it was on. Okay. Well, no, Yiza
yeah. He wrote something on the paper that was interesting. I don't know what he was writing on paper that he handed back to his judge. We have 3-3. Is that Lincoln Ziyu?
Yeah, that's Lincoln Ziyu.
Oh, dude, that's T.
Whoa, wait. Ziyi Yang is down 4-2.
To
don't know, someone whose last name is Zhang.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's curious because I mean they were the higher seed, so that will be interesting to see what transpires from there. I was gonna rattle off something about Ziyi Yang. Okay, cool. 523 official average, WR 26, just behind you, Dilly. 437 single, WR 100.
What?
What?
Wait. What?
Yeah, 437 WR 100 single.
Oh, Bofon Ziyu is we're buffering. No.
Oh, is the
match
saying
going on? Yishin Zhang.
Oh, Yishin's.
Oh no, Lincoln 8-6.
He's falling apart, dude.
Dude, Ziyu could make the upset here. That's a pretty big upset too. Lincoln sub 5 official solver. Wait, no, he was 5-0, right? Or is he sub 5?
5-0.
I think he's 5-0. I think he's 5-0.
That sounds right. I can't see what Bofon got, but Bofon won his solve. Average.
You're saying it's Yishin Zhang, 2025 female competitor, 6'2" official average. Is this true?
That's who?
Is there multiple Yishin Zhang?
Ziyi Yang is losing to?
That's what they're saying. Oh, yeah, I think so. It's only Yishin Zhang in the WCA.
Okay, interesting. I mean, very, very possible that they're not WCA also. You were right about Lincoln 5-0.
Oh, there's actually multiple. There's another one. I don't know what the results are, though. Yeah, no, it's definitely not that one. Okay.
Bofon, I think, got 5-1. Yeah, 5-0. Yeah, Lincoln has 5-0. But I don't know if I'd call him a sub-6 solver, dude. I'm seeing a lot of six averages on this profile. There's actually more.
Lincoln is pretty inconsistent, yeah.
I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. He's like known for pyraminx and just destroying pyraminx. So I feel like you could take Lincoln pretty handily.
That's not what you were saying off cam. That's not what you were saying earlier, buddy.
I did not realize that he was this inconsistent. I thought that he was like 5'9" overall, but this is like, I feel like he's like 6'2". I'm just taking a glance at this. Yeah, because since he got 504, he hasn't gotten a 5-0 since. He actually hasn't even gotten 5-2. He hasn't gotten 5-3. Oh no, he did get 5-2. He got 5-2-8 a couple comps ago.
Well, he's just a turner. I think actually our styles are very similar. Here's going to be the make or break solve for him to see if he actually gets knocked out here. Start looks reasonably clean. Turning is so good into this last layer.
Really,
oh my goodness.
Really nice. Yeah, nice. He's back.
Love to see it. Love to see it tied up. Oh, dude, this is going down to the wire.
Yeah, it's gone the distance. No, that was a great looking solve from Lincoln. I feel like it was like basically pauseless from what I could tell.
Oh yeah, dude. In the last layer, it was great.
Yeah, looking wonderful, wonderful. Good to see. I mean, we're here to see top tier solving, right? So.
Really solid stuff. Really solid stuff. I mean, like we're saying, like he's a very turning dependent solver. Can be really inconsistent. When the turning's going good, he can hit that low 5 pretty consistently, right? But it's the pauses, it's the lockups, and then maybe it's some of like the solution quality, right? He can.
Dude, I think I just have a propensity to bring out like the best in some solvers because I was kind of dunking on Patrick and then Pat, you are. I was just dunking on Lincoln, and Lincoln gets a good solve. So.
They gotta prove you wrong.
I'm kind of down for it.
Yeah, me PSL, you're like Dilly, amazing solver, but what? But what?
Dude, that really lives in your head rent free, huh?
It does, dude. You're my best buddy, and you were saying that to me live on air for hundreds of people to hear.
Hey, I also had the 349 call. So.
Ooh, Lincoln's moving around a lot here. His U seems a lot more solid. This looks pretty like anxious around.
But he's like looking around, but like his orientation is fixed here.
No, he changed it. He changed it and then went back.
Okay. Then maybe.
Ooh, Locky start.
But he's looking. Oh, wow, this is a really long F12.
No.
Yes, Ziyu just fell apart.
He just fell apart.
Yeah, I mean, Lincoln had insanely long F. Like that was like Rihung level F12. I think he may have made a mistake. I don't know. It just did not look like. I feel like even like most people solve 4 pairs more efficiently than that. But I think Ziyu just couldn't get it together. And Lincoln survives. He survives 2. Wait, whoa. Is this? Okay, never mind. I'm not going to say it because I don't know, so I'm not going to say. But yeah, Lincoln survives 2 match points. And yeah, clutches up.
W Lincoln. I mean, avoids the upset pretty narrowly. I don't think he really messed up last layer too much. Or I don't think he messed up F2L too much. I think it was pretty long. I don't think he did any extra pairs or anything, but his last layer cases were pretty bad. Like soon as I see F prime into like GB, he hits the wide U out. Like it's not lovely,
But he got that dog in him, dude. That's a WR holder difference.
Cleans up, been in these spots before. Although I will say, Ziyu he definitely just threw away an opportunity to kind of take him down. I mean, 6-6 is so beatable for these competitors.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of called it, dude. You said it was going to be the closest match, and it was. Yeah, I mean, it was really close. It was definitely the most interesting matchup to see there. But okay, we're finally here into the quarterfinal.
Top 8.
I wonder if. Wait, the quarterfinal is top. Yeah. Quarterfinal. Yeah. So again, 1st to 5. So same deal here. Again, I hope they pick up the pace, man. Like we're kind of burning. Well, we're past burning the midnight oil at this point.
Oh, the midnight oil is out the lamp, dude. The lamp.
we're runners at the moment. Okay. I was gonna say we've been kind of yapping like for 2 hours straight. Dilly, what say you to a short little ad break? I can go get some water. We can kind of rest up a little bit as they get set up here.
Assuming this takes a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah. I think like I got confidence. I think they're gonna only take like a minute. I mean, the people are already moving around a lot faster than.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's cut to a quick ad break while we have time. We'll see you on the other side for quarterfinals.
Hey there, I'm Michael Rosencrans. If you care about speed cubing, you have got to check out Speed Cubers Digest. Speed Cubers Digest delivers the weekly news that defines competitive cubing, competition previews, full recaps, athlete storylines, and everything happening across the global scene all in one place. It's built by people who compete, organize, and cover the sport firsthand, so you're getting real insight into what actually matters. Support the sport and stay informed. Find it all at speedcubersdigest.com.
So leave my sweater on the porch. I'll leave your bag under the stairs. Don't go back to our old place. It's probably locked up anyway. I bet it still looks the same as when I ran away that day. Doesn't matter anyway. A 708! Lost my favorite place,
No lucky turning here, and see you next week.
I want to keep going. Maybe that's what Dylan's trying to channel.
And we're back.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Sorry we missed the first solve here, but low-key, Dylan and I kind of needed that break. But yeah, we're back. We're in the top 8 now. I actually kind of like this angle because we can actually see all the numbers now, which will be so much easier. And we're gonna be able to catch the reset Randy before he resets the timer this time.
But the match to look out for is going to be Ruhong Bofon. That solve was very close. It was about 0.3, a 5-1 to a 4-8. Both monthly competitors going to be really, really interesting.
Yeah, that one will be cool. I don't know. So we see Yishan. He's like all the way on the left. I don't know who is sitting next to him. Maybe Yifan Luo. But I thought Yifan Luo was over there. Then we got Ruhong, Bofon, then Yufeng, then I guess this person is actually Yifan Luo. Then Yiza, and then all the way on the right-hand side is kind of hidden. I don't recall who that could be.
Couldn't tell you.
I guess we'll find out in due time. But yeah, Yufeng has been like extremely solid. He is, I mean, I don't know if we saw like, I think 1-6 from him. But other than that, he's just been blasting 4s while everyone else has kind of like had a smattering all across. Some good solves, but some bad solves also. Ruang Bofan, I think, has the highest profile match from what I can tell. Everyone going at the exact same time. 5-0 from Ruhong, 6-3 from Bofan. He gave it back a little bit. 5-5 Yiza, 4-5 from Yufeng, 6-2 from Yishan, just barely clutching it up over his competitor.
If Ruhong can just keep his training together, I mean, this is like the eternal story with Ruhong. But if his turning is good, and the solutions aren't egregious, and Bofon is kind of meh, it'll be really, 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 really close. Now, historically, in this match, we've seen Bofon putting up slightly better times, I think. I mean, Ruhong's actually popped off with a few really good singles. But dropping like a 6-9 to a 6-8 against someone like Bofon, that's never going to work. Really, really close. It's going to be interesting to see how this all kind of shakes up.
I think Ruhong is the oldest competitor left in the field. Everybody else looks to be on the younger side, whereas Ruhang, definitely much more adult. Gotten some decent results
18.
recently. Oh, he's okay. So he's just proper adults at this point. So I guess my original statement about maybe no adults in the field was just obviously wrong. White Cross looks like, from what I can tell, at least Yishan, Ruhang, Bofan all have white on the bottom. Bofan kind of looking around a little bit, his orientation a lot. Yeah, everyone is doing White Cross.
Clean.
4-2. Good stuff from... And Ruhang was just a little bit behind, the leader of the pack here. So, yeah, so 4-2 from both Yufang and Ruhang. 7-0 from Yishan, kind of falling apart. He's given a point up. Bofan also giving up another point there. 5-9-4. Yiza Dong. Yiza was the second seed coming into this. And man, dude, I kind of got a feel for Bofan a little bit. I guess he was the 5th place seed from the semifinal round. So I guess he was always going to run into one of kind of these juggernauts in Yishan, Ruhang, Yufang, or Yiza. I mean, not all 5 of them can advance. Only 4 competitors are going to advance at this stage. I'll be a little sad if Bofan is the one to go home, but I guess I like both.
One of the two is going to have to go.
Yeah, that's tough, man. That's tough. Level of competition just kind of crazy out here.
And like you were saying, I gotta say, is so important. Like genuinely, like getting the much easier matchup just pretty much guarantees you into grands.
It's a little bit weird to think that Bofan is the kind of the underdog here. If he were to win, that would be technically an upset. But he's going to need to bring a little bit of fight. Yeah, good turning from him. 4-0. Wow, 4-0 from Yufang. 4-8 rather. From Yishan, 5-4. That looked really nice from Bofan. Another 5-9 from Yiza. 5-1 actually from Yufan Luo, but he's going to lose that one by over a second. That's actually crazy. 5-1 loses by a second. But Yufang is
Yufang's just cooking up a good average here. Best. Like we got
the replay. Okay, great. I'll let you talk over this.
Yeah, so here we have Yufang. I mean, he's just going. This is just an amazing F2L. Last layer seems like pretty straightforward. I can't tell if it's a PLL skip or not. If it looked like it was back soon, like just back fat soon. Couldn't entirely make out what was happening there. Bofan's F2L, his turning was really, really good on this, and then just managed to doesn't do ZB. His I think he had a Z perm maybe. His Z perm XX is actually really weird. Looks like he was single flicking in there, which was losing him a lot of time. That solve was much better than a 5-4.
Wow, single flick Z perm is actually super insane. But I guess if you never get it, then I guess that's that.
I was talking to Tuan Dulamond at Euros, and he was saying that Z perm is a ZB solver's worst nightmare.
Dude, it's like me as a COL terrible solver is my worst nightmare. So for them, it must be so much worse. All right, solve number 4 now. We don't know the exact states of all the matches because my apologies, everyone. I'm just not keeping track at midnight. Yishan picked his orientation super quickly and put the cube down basically immediately.
Ooh.
Wow, really close one here, but it looks like it's going to be Ruhang who takes the advantage. Yiza is actually going to lose a point to whoever his opponent is. 4-9 on the other side. All right, here we go. The replay. Great job from the
loving this. Here we've got you. I mean, Yufang solve here isn't nearly as clean. I mean, it's entirely standard. There's nothing particularly crazy about it. Ruhang was actually doing relatively solid until he kind of got lost a little bit in that last layer. He seems to be doing fine, but I don't think it's him particularly doing well. I think it's more so Bofan being a little bit behind where he wants to be. And we were talking about the results earlier on in the competition. It's Yize versus Lincoln. Ooh, okay.
Oh, right. Makes sense. Yufang just.
But we're talking about the results earlier on in this competition. Bofan was dropping a 599 average, and he's obviously been a lot happened since that round, but uncharacteristic performance from him, and seems to be not necessarily changing the pace in the most competitive match that he's had so far.
Bofon is such an interesting character because like he's WR4 or whatever it is. No, he's not WR. He's WR5. But I feel like his number of rounds is, for some reason, it feels like it's way less than everyone else's. And I feel like he isn't hitting the same highs as other solvers of his caliber. Like he got 438.
Well, his highs are really good. He plus 2 out of world record.
Right, but like he got 438 average, and since then he's gotten 1 sub 5 average since then, and that was like 16 rounds, which is just not what you expect, right? From someone who has 438. Like look at Yufong, for example. Like Yufong has like what 436, and he's busting out sub 5s like it's nothing. Meanwhile, it seems like it's a lot trickier for Bofon. I actually don't know what is going on here. Like, why did Bofon, or not Bofon? Why did Yufong leave? I didn't even realize that was a real solve going on.
Well, this is still first to 5, right?
But they didn't do 5 solves yet. I thought. Like, I thought that was like the 5th solve. Okay, maybe not. I have no clue. Clearly, it is beyond my bedtime. So.
I mean, we also haven't been given like scores, but previously we had it kind of up top. We could kind of figure it out through your very good literacy.
My broken Chinese reading capabilities.
Wait, okay, so this is the interesting thing. Inspection started, but Ruhong started his inspection way after Bofon did. He took his cube cover off way later. I don't know how that actually plays into this, but this feels. I doubt it's going to be that big of a difference, but same starting orientation.
Yeah, yellow cross for both of them.
Ruhong is cooking.
Wow, this is a good solve. I feel like this was a good solve from both sides. I mean, 4-6, 5-1. Obviously, the difference is kind of high, but like, yeah, I thought Bofon was turning quite well, but I feel like his solution maybe was just too long. I guess
his solution was actually like pretty good. He had no rotations in here, and then he gets Stealth Bomber into, I think, bad in perm. So PLR prediction is really easy there for someone who can just kind of burn through turns. Like, yeah, he can kind of get there. Yeah, no rotations is actually the thing that was really good for Ruhong there.
Yeah, I mean, Ruhong already like is the fast turning demon, if you will. So yeah, to get no rotations and just the smoothest look ahead, very, very nice. We were talking about this a little bit earlier. Like, it boggles my mind that how Ruhong can turn so fast while having insanely inefficient solutions. And I guess we were saying like, okay, well, it must just be simple enough where he can look ahead. But yeah, it's just weird. I feel like you don't see that as often. I mean, Yihung and Shwani are just turning fast because, they're just gods.
Well, the solutions are inefficient because it's Ryujin spam, and Ryujin spam is really easy to look ahead to and to execute well. Like, his style lends itself to it. It's built around it, but it is inefficient.
Ruhong looking around.
Bofon seems to be really.
Bofon locked in, dude. He locked in his orientation in like
oh
second
my goodness,
dream.
He's still rotating around.
What is he doing? This is spelling disaster for Ruhong.
Oh, dude, no. He's actually cooking.
Here.
Oh my goodness.
Insane turning from Ruhong.
Oh my goodness.
4-4-8. Wow, just in the pop off too. That's actually crazy. I thought Bofon was like turning really well, looking really good. And then I look over at Ruhong, and he's still absolutely destroying this puzzle.
Dude, his TPS here is absolutely insane. Hits that wide F, boom, boom, into the little, like, his OLL PLL combo was really easy, to be fair. If he gets, like, mid LL, I don't think he kind of gets there, but the transitions from, like, the turning transition from last slot into OLL and then OLL into PLL were really good.
Yeah. Wow. That was nuts. He had some RUL thing, but I feel like it didn't look like an end per. I thought he had edge.
It was
corners.
JA.
So it was J. Yeah, I mean, that was just nuts. Top 4 seeds ended up advancing into the semifinal. So basically just as the chalk predicted. and it's actually going to be exactly as the seeds also. So it'll be Yufeng versus Rihang, seed 1 versus seed 4, and then seed 2 versus seed 3, Yize versus Yishan. Yeah, here's that replay again. Let's
see
for
what
it.
happened for Beaufort. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, his F12 looks pretty clean. He's on to ZBLS. Finishes get to ZB at like 2.5. Last layer splits are looking pretty similar, but the recog here from Beaufort is just not good enough. Maybe if his recog is perfect, he barely gets there, but H recog is not trivial.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't one of the cases that's like from like if you do U2, it looks exactly the same. So I guess it was a little bit better than that, but but H is not trivial. So tough one there for Beaufort. Of all of the 5 solvers left, or sorry, of the top 8 solvers, he was definitely my favorite. So rest in peace. But maybe you can go have fun
here,
doing
buddy. He's still
2
alive,
by 2 or whatever.
But
all right, so yes,
this I'm actually loving. Right, we have the Ruhang Yufeng match, which is going to be really interesting. Ruhang seems to be in really good form. I think it'll be actually a pretty solid battle if he keeps up what he's been doing. And then we have the new gens. We have Yize, Yishin, the 2 youngins versus like the 2 kind of older guards. That's going to be a really good match.
Yeah. I do kind of think that Yufeng is going to kind of stomp Rihang. I think Rihang, like a lot of stuff is going to need to go well for Rihang. Epilepsy warning, by the way. What is happening? So yeah, I think Yufeng is probably going to... So this is going to be first to 7 also, by the way.
You think he's stomping though?
I think he's getting like 7-2, dude. Like, I think Rihang's going to need to really get himself going. But I don't know, maybe he's, turn fast and just, just absolutely blow up his cube. Maybe that'll work.
Yishin is so cute, bro. He's like fanning himself with his paddle.
The middle of the summer in China, so anyway, Yishan, but I think you're right. Yishan versus Yize, very, very, very interesting. I know Mayo is a huge Yishan fan. He's like actually like 100% of his portfolios in Yishan, I'm pretty sure. So only time will tell how that's gonna turn out for him and his stocks. But I mean, dude, the kid definitely has the chops, but I feel like we've seen a lot of bad solves from him also. I definitely recall seeing 6s and 7s, which is not great. I mean, Yize has had his share of kind of nonsensey solves as well. So maybe it'll be kind of a battle of like consistency. Who can actually like get like, like low 5s? Because I think a low 5 is competitive, even in the match against, two solvers in the top 10.
I just love his haircut, bro. I love Yishin's haircut.
I think
that's just me.
I think it's the type of haircut you like look back at and you're like, why did I ever get a haircut? Why did my parents ever cut my hair like this?
Nah.
I think dude, I don't know.
Dude, he's got like a I don't want to say like a bad kid aura, but like he's kind of got like a little hooligan energy. You know what taking the mic and being like, I'm actually 7 is just so tough. Like
that actually is pretty high. That's pretty hype. Hopefully you can bring that energy to the solving also. Yeah, Ruhang again did like this weird thing with the cube cover. I don't know if he's trying to like simulate shorter inspection time or something.
I think he is.
Okay, well, whatever. Here we go. Here's the semifinals.
Same starting orientation, Yize, Yishin. Oh, I lied.
And okay, well, off to the races now. Dude, it's so hard
Yize.
to tell what's happening.
My goodness.
I feel like Yize was looking good, but then Yishin just out of nowhere gets 4-4, best solve of this of the semifinal for Yufeng 5-7.
He's holding up the 3.
He's like, you better hold up, dude.
I don't even think his F12 was that good. I think his ZB was just a really easy case. I was watching Yize. Yize was pacing really, really good going into this, but then all of a sudden, Yishin just gets this ZB. Yeah, it's not even that good of a ZB. No, his recog was just instant. which is my biggest knock on Yi Shen, by the way. He has had a problem of where he does a look back for his ZB recog. He does not do full two-sided right now. It is one of his biggest time losses pretty consistently, and it's like a pretty bad habit. To be fair, he's 7. But like it is a time loss that is consistently his biggest.
I actually don't know. I feel like you should never be looking back. I feel like look back is kind of dumb. Like I think you can do like U2 or whatever, and I think that makes a lot more sense to me rather than looking back. Like I feel like you should just never look back.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, no, I would agree.
Pick an orientation and just stick with it. Okay, so we got our own custom scoreboards here, so we can actually follow what's going on and not give you the wrong information.
Yeah,
but dude, yeah,
your prediction of the Yufeng Ruhong is looking pretty.
Dude, it's only one in. But I mean, 1 second difference is kind of absurd.
Yeah.
I just think it's not even that I think Ruhong is bad. I just think Yufeng is looking really, really, really good.
And if Ruhong is going to be going for White Cross here, he's just on the back foot immediately.
Well,
looks like everyone's going for White Cross here.
Yeah, White Cross from everyone. Dude, Yi Shen solving is on another level right now. Wow, looks like bad for everybody, but Yi Shen, dude, hands on his head. He's like 5'2", terrible solve.
Dude, slouching back in the chair too. The chair's bigger than him.
That actually stunts.
Yeah, no, the solve here is actually really clean. Yi Shen, I think, has the same rotation problems as Xuanyi does, actually. Dude, this ZB recog was actually also instant. Oh my, holy mackerel. I think he's so back. Wait, that's... whatever stock I bought, I think I'm going to leverage that stock 3x. I don't even... it's looking good, dude. It's looking good. The recogs on these are like Xuanyi.
The recogs are looking good. I don't know if he's getting... I can't really tell what ZBs he's getting. A, because I suck, and B, from this angle, it's a little bit hard to tell. But I feel like these are like long ZBs also. At least they certainly don't seem like you're like short, like 11 mover, 12 mover that you can sometimes get. And they also aren't like two gen, it looks like, either. So that's to say, like, great job from Yi Shen, right? Because he's getting like complex ZBs.
They do bring up a good point. If we were doing Yi Shen versus Yufeng, Yi Shen was be up 2-0 on Yufeng right now.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. So yeah, that might be your final little sneak peek. We're gonna get a third place match before this, but let's see who's gonna even end up there. Dude, Yi Shen, I feel like is just cooking. Wow.
Not on this one. I mean, dude,
not on this
4-4 to 4-1 is just that's such a bad beat, bro. That one hurts. Ruhong finally drops like a really good time and then just loses to Yufeng. Yufeng here has a water bottle in the way. That's actually amazing. Ruhong just absolutely turning like crazy, and then I think has to clutch up with Y perm, and it's just not good enough. The ZB the ZB buff is showing its value here, and Yize gets his first point off Yi Shen.
Right. I think that's why I'm like watching Yi Shen, because his cube is the cleanest one to actually watch.
I agree. It's
the closest. It's the biggest. Yeah, this blue camera, unfortunately, I feel like is not really helping us with. I feel like the red camera is actually easier to see.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Okay, you know what? Forget Yufeng is just gonna stomp Ruhong anyway, so I'm not even gonna look at that camera
anymore. Whoa. Hey, not my blue collar Alaskan fisherman oil rig worker. Ruhong.
He's kind of like the bluest of blue collars.
Dude, I kind of want to call him the Alaskan fisherman. Is that crazy?
That's a little bit crazy. I think it's a little bit crazy. I like the fast turning demon, dude.
Dude, no, we can't. No, because we can't steal the. We can't like, corrupt the slow turning demon into the. We can't just take it and repurpose it.
I don't know, dude. I'm all for it. I think the Alaskan fisherman is maybe a little. I also just like the fastest turner in the world, because that's also just like somewhat objectively true. Are we in Buffer City right now, or is this my internet?
We're in Buffer City. If you see like a loading thing, it's because it's from the stream.
Damn, unlucky. All right.
Looks like Yi Shen's cooking up on white.
You think white?
Maybe
Okay,
not.
I see. No, yellow.
I
Yeah.
lied. Holy mackerel, dude.
But dude, it was just his solution was way too long. Like he was cooking and then he was not cooking. But but again, the chat is right. He would have destroyed Yufeng. This is actually nuts. Because yeah, Yufeng getting a 6. I gotta see what happened because that just doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't know if we'll be able to see what happened, unfortunately. No, we just we just literally can't.
Yo, someone call up Yufeng right now and
yeah, can we tell them to move the water bottles, bro? Like, what are we doing right now?
Dude, I kind of want to enforce at majors like no objects on the table.
I know we did this at Westerns, and I always love to be a little drama queen about it, but I was like, I'm putting my cubes on the table. I'm just gonna make sure they're not in the way.
I mean, I guess I'd be okay with that. For stationary solving, I guess it's fine. But
Yize does tie this up 2-2.
Yeah. I think I'm like kind of sleeping on Yize a little bit.
I mean, we're glazing the kid, right?
Yeah.
But you're not taking into account that he's going against the slow turning demon. The turning demon.
Yeah, he's just the turning demon now, supposedly.
It's not even slow no more.
Yeah, no, it doesn't look like he's turning particularly slowly to me, which is cool. I mean, he's kind of leveling up a little bit. I feel like neither of these gives me a great angle into him, which sort of sucks.
Blue Cam actually gives you a pretty good angle into.
Okay, well, I guess we just missed the entire solve. But Ruhan getting another point off of Yufeng.
By point oh.
So that's like 3-2,
That's a huge win. Yeah, 3-2 Yufeng advantage.
Okay. Well, for what it's worth, my prediction's still alive because I thought it was going to be 7-2. But not nearly the same stomp as I expected. I mean, it's not a bad solve from Yufeng either, I think just Ruhan, he leveled up.
Don't sleep on my boy. Don't sleep on my boy. Yishin clutches up by like point 6?
No, I think something pretty big. Yeah. I saw 6 from he's on like a 5.
6-2, 5-7, yeah. Dude, I'm honestly as much as I love Ruhong, I want to see, because I think the actual fight for third in the world right now, I mean, recently it's looking like Yize, right? It's looking like.
Ooh, okay. I mean, I'm not convinced, but maybe this, if they meet in the final, that could change my opinion. Because
I'm saying I think it's Yishin versus Yufeng would be what I think is actually correct, but
okay.
I don't know. Recency bias is saying that it's going to be Yize. Yize is cooking, but I don't know.
I think Mr. Lee is also not present, unfortunately, to make his voice.
That is very true.
Heard.
Yes, he does. Yeah, he's not even able to defend himself here.
But in any case, no, it would be a super awesome match to see Yufeng versus Yishan.
Oh, Yize is behind the pace here. Oh,
wow.
I'm not gonna lie, that looked like a terrible 4-7. Am I crazy?
I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at the 4-8 from Yishan, and honestly, I thought it looked like a terrible 4-8.
Dude,
I like obviously
terrible 4s.
Obviously, I like don't really know what's happening because I don't have a ton of pixels here, but I thought there was like a ton of moves, so I was surprised that it was 4-8 at all.
I think ZB was really easy for Yize.
Yeah, I think he had nice ZB.
Yeah, I think it was really easy ZB. Oh, and this is tied up.
Wow.
Ruhong Yufeng?
Yeah, those are both tied at 3, and I think the other
one is also tied at 3-3. Ooh. Wait,
okay. Wait a second. Okay, this is some drama. I mean, we were talking about parity, right? And among the top 4, it makes sense that there would be the most amount of parity. And if you throw Bofan in there also with the Bofan Ruhong in the last round, then just kind of makes sense that like all the top 5 are kind of together. I did think that Yufeng was going to be like above and beyond everybody, but
you're sleeping on my boy.
Panned out, yeah. No, it's good to see. I want to see Ruhong succeed. One for the adults of the world. We got too many.
I also want to be able to see him succeed, but the cover is slightly.
Yeah, we got no good angles on him, unfortunately. At least we can see the final time, maybe. Okay, here we go.
Oh, we have block here.
Did everybody pick?
Oh, Yize is
No.
cooking. Oh, never mind.
I thought he was doing pretty decently also, but 4-4 from Yishan, just throwing it, throwing Yize off to the side there. I thought Yishan was looking great, and I mean he got a great solve there too. So.
Oh, dude, he had back soon, bro. Come on.
I mean, still a great solve. 7.
No,
from
sorry,
Ruihang.
it's a great solve. It's a great solve.
7 from Ruihang kind of sucks. 5-1.
Timer stop is also botched.
Okay, so I guess that plays into a little bit. 5-1 from Yufeng, kind of whatever. I actually didn't pay attention to Yufeng at all on that replay. I was just fully locked in on Yishan, trying to see a little bit of Yize.
Yeah, no, Yize was actually cooking pretty good, but I think the solution was just a little bit too long. I think also ZBLS, maybe he messed up, or this like the case was pretty bad, and then Recog wasn't great either. Oh my goodness, he keeps putting the water bottles in the exact same place. It's actually kind of miraculous.
Dude, he's got like a little marker there. It's like, this is exactly where to put it to get in the way of the camera. No, this is actually kind of dude, maybe this is actually clever, because now we can't farm insight off of his solves. He's keeping a secret for Worlds 2027.
Yeah, maybe he's actually doing yellow on these and we'll never know.
Yeah, we'll actually never know.
Imagine he just pulls up Worlds 27. He's just a yellow only solver now.
That would be actually insane. I was going to say full CN, but yellow only would be even more. Okay, solve number 8.
Oh, Yishan's so good. Oh,
no, dude, this is too long. He tossed.
No. Oh,
wow.
wait,
he still won.
0.01.
He still won.
Oh, and then Ruihang just threw away a great opportunity.
Yeah, 6-0 from Yufeng, pretty rare. Dude, I don't know what to look at. Okay, you look at one thing, I'll look at something else.
Okay, Yishan obviously cooking here. I mean, dude, the pace into this, like he's on ZBLS at like low 2, but then he does like really long ZB. This was really good, but he just locks up super hard on that ZBLS. Like this is way better than the end time would say.
Okay, well, we got the double replay here, which is awesome. Dude, so I was looking at Ruihang, where I'm like, what happened? I think Ruihang just Omega messed up in F2L. It looks like he kind of messed up on like his second slot, and then just never really recovered, and then he sits back in the chair once he hits the 6-second mark. So that's
he seems
a little bit
annoyed at something. I don't know what it was. I did see like him talking to the scrambler, and the scrambler's looking kind of like he's got question. Yeah.
Ooh, okay, we got the drama.
What's going on?
Was there a distraction? Or...
Was there flash?
Ooh. I mean, the flash is currently, well, hopefully he's
affecting all
asleep
competitors, but
yeah, I guess that's also true. The flash does, if it's coming from the same direction, then. Okay, so now it's 5-3. Advantage to Yufeng and to Yishan. So they have a pretty solid lead right now. Next two solves will be pretty important for Ruihang and for Yize. Obviously, if they lose both of them, then they are just straight out. They'll have to fight for the third place, the bronze medal. But if they can even get at least one of them, they are still in it, I would say. And obviously, getting both of them, then they're really back in it. I feel like it's a little hard to say how stuff like this kind of affects Yishan, because he just doesn't have the cognition, I think, to understand what it means to win a set. I think he's just trying to solve as fast as possible, which is actually kind of based. I mean, that should be the goal.
I mean, that's like the optimal mindset, right?
Yeah. It's just for like, just ignore the rest of the context and just blast. Everyone looking like they're taking quite a lot of inspection time before they put their
Yize
hands
is
down.
so good.
Yeah, Yize and Ruihang
Ruihang gets it back
at the same time. So yeah, they look. So there you go. So they clawed one back each. So now it's 5-4 now.
Dude, Yize's start is so clean. It's so efficient. This is not the slow turning demon that I used to know. This man is just a normal demon.
Yeah, he's just
Ruihang,
a turning demon.
And I'm happy that Ruihang clutched this one back, dude. I didn't exactly see how we shaped up to get this 4-5. But we're looking really tight in both of these matches.
Yeah, Yufeng is not exerting the dominance that I kind of thought he would, and maybe that's like, you know, Yufeng is like a little bit older, so maybe he is like kind of feeling a little bit of pressure, especially since
he's 18.
Sorry, Yufeng.
No, I know, yeah,
but maybe he's like, going up against like an adult man. I don't know, maybe that does something to you. I feel like kids these days are just like, haha, I'm gonna go up against Unks, and Unk has no chance against me because Unk is Unk. I don't know. Maybe it's different.
Yeah, that's actually a direct quote from Zerui Chang.
Wait, I can actually totally imagine Zerui saying that. Dude, that kid is a clown. So yeah, I don't know. It's certainly interesting. We got the double blocker for Yufeng, so we are gonna see literally 0% on the solve. Yep. I'm just gonna watch Yishan, I think. Wow, great turning. You got the ZB so
good. Yes! Oh my goodness! My goal.
Oh, he's tied it up. And
he's gassed, bro. He can't even contain himself. He's got to get out of the chair, dude. Whew. Oh my goodness, dude. This is not a great solve from him. This is not super clean. He kind of just rips it out at the end. He kind of just barely ekes it out. I think Yufeng kind of fumbles at the end a little bit here when it should have been a lot cleaner. Yeah, that XX. I think the ZB was just a little bit long, and then Ruhong manages to spam through it.
Tough loss there for Yufeng, tied up 5-5. Dude, I was watching Yishan, and dude, the only thing I can say is that his solution was maybe a little bit long, but his F12 was just completely fluid, entirely pauseless, great ZB recognition also. It looked like a little bit of a longer ZB, so maybe he got a little bit unlucky there, but he's like match point 1 solve away from punching his ticket into the final against either Ruihang or Yufeng, and it truly looks like it could be either one at this point because that match is tied up 5-5.
Hey man, like you didn't believe in my boy. You thought it was gonna be a stomping.
Dude, I didn't believe, and I was wrong. How many times can one commentator / cubing podcast person be wrong in a week? I'm going for the world record apparently.
Oh, dude, I've been wrong a lot. I've been wrong a lot too, dude. That's good marketing.
Also, right? I'll get the same at the some version of the national championship. Okay, match point for Yishan, and then like an extremely critical solve for both Yufeng and Ruihang. I still feel like I got to give a small to Yufeng, but certainly way smaller than you had going into this. Just like the fact that you're
on equal footing.
They're on a best of 3 right now. So that's pretty tricky. Yiza also could easily get a solve here to push that to 6-5 as well. Big one here on this blue stage. Who is going to come out ahead? Some pretty decent turning from Ruihang. Oh, bad lock up there though. No. 4-9 to 7-2.
Oh my goodness.
And Yiza
and Yishan is gassed.
Oh, he's pumped. He's fist pumping. Oh, look, the jump.
Oh, he's jumping. Okay,
dude, he can't contain his energy. That speed is just rushing out of him.
Dude, yeah, the Yiza was on really good pace here. Like, I think it was pretty neck and neck. They got to ZB at like almost the exact same time, and then just that slight lockup there cost him his tournament life.
Darn. Yeah, tough one for Yiza. Came in as the number 2 seed, but he's now knocked out of the tournament. He's gonna go for the bronze medal match. Dude, Yishan is actually
he's so gassed. Dude, I'm telling you, bro, he's got that bad boy energy, bro. It's the haircut, it's the same, it's the confidence.
Oh man.
He wants this, bro. Like, he is so gassed.
I will say it does seem like he actually wants it, which is super cool. I feel like sometimes you see like young solvers go out there and they're just like solving like bots where they just like they're just kind of like mindlessly going through it. I remember like Yihan and Xuanyi would like not celebrate after solves. Like they would just immediately look at like their coach or their parents or whatever for like to try and understand like how should they react, I feel. And so it's good to see, like, yeah, Yishan is like able to just kind of go out there and like be jumping around with all this energy, just immediately post solve, be gassed, be energized, because I think that's what you want going into the final. Also, obviously, you don't want to be like cocky, but you want to have like some energy and some confidence going into it.
You want to be self-assured.
Yeah, assertive, right? You don't want to be passive. You don't want to be too aggressive. And yeah, he's gonna make it into the final. We don't know what the prize pool looks like. Yeah, he's just.
Dude, I thought he was like picking his nose or something. He's got his finger in his mouth, bro. Like, this is the guy who's about to win the sport for the country.
Dude, this guy is in contention for third best cube solver in the world.
Dude. Oh, now he's gonna watch. He's gonna watch his boys. I am sending so much positive energy. I'm sending the spirit ball to Ruhong right now. He better clutch up.
Dude, I'm trying to send
he doesn't seem happy.
I'm trying to send the spirit ball to the camera operator because I wish I could see anything of like more than 1 pixel of Yufeng's cube, please. Oh, great. Now I've got 0.
Oh no, Ruhong big.
Oh my god, he got 3
with authority. Oh my god.
Dude, he got 3.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oof. Yeah,
that's a tough one.
He master blasted him, dude. That is that is rough.
Dude, dude, if I can see it through like half of a water bottle, what's happening?
I can like maybe guess as to what stage he's on based on like when he's pausing or whatever.
Dude,
but 383 to 5. He almost beat Ruhong by 2 seconds, dude. Like that is actually absolutely nuts. Yeah, 1.6 second difference between Yufeng and to send Yufeng Du into the final round. The final will be between Yufeng and Yishan. The third place match
first
is going to be between Ruhong and Yizadong, the fast turning demon versus the fast turning demon, I guess.
Oh, okay.
That's where we're at
the slow turning demon versus the fast turning demon. Potentially we have the turning demon versus the fast turning demon. We have Flash versus reverse Flash. I don't know what you want to call them, dude. Like,
it's 1 a.m. You gotta forgive me on some of these calls. Some of them are a little bit crazier than others. But for both, I guess this is the first break actually that Yufeng and Yishan are gonna get because they've been kind of solving nonstop. Yeah. Somewhat nonstop. They've at least been like in like the competition seat for like 3 hours at this point. So they've been kind of going.
Mind you, going through lunch, by the way.
Right. Like I guess they were supposed to have lunch at maybe noon. And yeah, I don't know. Looks like they're going to take some time to do some resets. So maybe this is a good time for us to take a short little break as we get everything set up for the third place match. Yeah. And it's a good time for us to get some water, recharge a little bit as we're going into, it's Sunday now for both myself and
And these
Dilly.
are first to 9. It's going to be lovely.
Yeah. So it's going to be lovely. It's going to be fun, but it's going to be long. We're going to be here a while, so we could time to rest up. So I think we're going to toss it to a quick ad break if possible. And yeah, stay tuned. Third place and gold medal match coming up at the Chinese National Championship.
Hey there, I'm Michael Rosencrantz. If you care about speed cubing, you have got to check out Speedcuber's Digest. Speedcuber's Digest delivers the weekly news that defines competitive cubing. Competition previews, full recaps, athlete storylines, and everything happening across the global scene all in one place. It's built by people who compete, organize, and cover the sport firsthand, so you're getting real insight into what actually matters. Support the sport and stay informed. Find it all at speedcubersdigest.com.
So leave my sweater on the porch. I'll leave your bag under the stairs. Don't go back to our old place. It's probably locked up anyway. I bet it still looks the same as when I ran away. doesn't matter anyway.
A 708!
Lost my ticket twice,
No lucky turning here, and see you next week.
I want to keep going. Maybe that's what Dylan's trying to channel.
And we're back, and it looks like we're actually going to be doing our first place match and third place match simul. First
you know
place
what?
match.
At this point, dude, I'll take it. A little bit wild. So the first place match is going to be on the blue, just based on the solvers, and the bronze medal match is going to be on the red. Yiza in the same seat. It looks like they're actually just going to swap Yishun and Ruihang. I guess with that, let's do short little introduction to what's going on. So you're tuning in to the Speed Cubing TV broadcast of the Chinese National Championship. I call it a rebroadcast. I mean, this is happening live or semi-live in China right now. This is from what we can tell, it is some level of the national championship for China. This is not a WCA competition. This is being done through some sort of alternate Chinese speed cubing association. In any case, it's like fairly legitimate. They're using the same timers, same displays, similar regulations as well. It was a really, really big competition. 1,400 competitors, whittled down to just 4 now. 2 of them playing for the bronze match, and 2 of them playing for the gold medal. Yufeng Du versus Yishun. Dylan is kind of calling this the kind of battle for third place in the world, with the first 2. The 2 gods of this current era of speed cubing, Yiheng Wang, currently in the United States, competing at the Mid-Atlantic Championship, and Xuanyi Geng in Vietnam, competing at the Vietnam Championship, leaving Yufeng and Yishun kind of scrapping over what is left here. And yeah, both solvers have been solving very well throughout this competition. Yufeng looked absolutely unstoppable in the first several rounds. I believe the only one to get a sub-5 average in the semifinal round. But Yishun looked great in his semifinal match against Yiza Dong, one of the best solvers in the world, top 10 in the world, as he faces off against Yufeng. Manu Singhal and Dylan Miller. We are here in the United States. It is past midnight for both of us now, Sunday, August 16th. Excited to bring you coverage from China from some solvers we don't get to see a lot of results, a lot of video results from. Yeah, Dylan, as they are finishing getting set up here, thoughts on this comp so far and what we've seen from China?
Obviously China is amazing. Obviously China, the people that they're putting out are by far the best in the world. I think this is only served to reinforce that. These solvers look a lot more human than I think maybe the way we talk about them is. Like, we saw Yufeng drop a few solves. He's been relatively consistent for the majority of this competition. Ruihang, kind of forgotten, as he's the first ever Chinese cuber to kind of come out of nowhere and really put on a show. I think here we're going to get the deciding solve for Yufeng. No, okay. So these are just some solves that we have going on here. Yeah, 4-1 to 7-2 from Yufeng to Ruihang. But yeah, Ruihang has had his moments. I think he's been kind of forgotten in like the overall landscape of Chinese cubing. I think he's the lowest ranked officially out of all of these competitors. And so, really, only managed to be fighting for third at this point. Yize is kind of the new kid on the block. Obviously we have Yishin, who is the kid on the block. But I think It's been a great showing. We're seeing these competitors and their kind of their weaknesses and their strengths. We know what Ruhong's doing. He's been around long enough. Yufeng seems super solid, and I think that's kind of historically been his strength. Yize and Yishan are actually very, very similar stylistically, I think. I can't really find too much of a distinction between the two of them. But yeah, it's some great stuff overall. I love it.
Yep. So here we go. So on the left-hand side of your screen, or the red stage, that'll be the third place match. On the blue stage will be the first place match. Looks like we're not going to get much visibility into Yufeng's solves once again. The water bottle is complicating things a little bit, but of course we can see the time just fine. So that's what we will be reporting on. We're off with the very first solve. Yishan absolutely cooking here. Yufeng also cooking. Look at that reaction. He thought he had won that, but he ended up losing it by less than 1/10 of a second.
When you're solving simul, like you can hear the person next to you when they stop, and he probably like heard it right as he stops, so he thinks he gets there, but the processing time it took him to realize. And okay, crazy. I think they started their stopping motion at the exact same time, but because Yishan stands, he is relatively higher from the table than Yufeng is. So Yufeng just gets there 0.1 faster.
That's actually nuts. 0.7 seconds differential between them, which, and I mean, yeah, it could come down to standing versus sitting. Yishan is, I think he's the youngest one here. 7 years old. Yufeng, the fourth ranked solver in the world by the WCA. 9th is Yishan. 7th is Yize. And Ruhong just outside the top 10. He is ranked 11th.
That is crazy. Oh my goodness. I think Yize is actually only 8 years old.
I would believe you, brother.
Okay, thank you.
Looks like they're also having like a little bit of a different style here. They got rid of the scrambling station in the middle. There looks like they're doing the scrambling in the back. That kind of helps us out a little bit. We can see a little bit more of what's going on. Looks like Ruhong took a while to select his orientation. Yishan, another great solve. Well, it was looking good for him, but Yufeng cleaned up, and it's tied 1. Well, sorry, Yufeng is ahead 2-0 now in the gold medal match. 5-6 for Yize, 5-8 for Ruhong.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that these are some of the fastest cubers in the entire world, and then Yufeng, a white-only solver, manages to just find a solution that gets him done over a second faster than all these other competitors. The way that he keeps doing it is insane. I don't know how he's a consistent solver when he has a single color competitor. Like, it makes no sense. Like, that should be the exact opposite. He should be a very sporadic up, down, high, low solver. But no, he can just bust out a 4-1 on these guys who, like, you know, should be capable of that and have more options to get there.
Right. Yeah, I mean, everything that Yishan, Ruhong, Yize, like, they have White Cross available to them too. And they're just not finding the solutions that Yufeng is able to. And it's a little bit of a shame that this water bottle is really confounding us so, because I would love to get some Yufeng solves into like recon.nz, for example, so that we can kind of like dissect them and learn a little bit more about Yufeng, because I actually don't know if Yufeng has solved outside of China before. I can look that up once this solve is over. But yeah, Yufeng, solid advantage so far, but we've seen even in the semifinal match that a 2-0 advantage doesn't really mean anything. It can still come down to the wire, especially against the kid Yishan. What is he going to put together here? 15 seconds of inspection looks like are wrapped up. Yufeng looking like with some solid turning. Oh wow, I mean, big pause from Yishan. He had lost it right there. Insult to injury, 386 from Yufeng. I mean, that is just incredible. 437 from Yize, putting the hammer down on Ruhong too.
Yeah, I mean, Yishan was kind of lost after just his initial starting sequence, and then I think Yize is just pretty clean pretty clean F2L, and then just standard last. Like, this is realistically what we could see a competitor of Yize's caliber doing every single time. I don't see why that shouldn't be doable for him. There's a reason why he has that 4.44 official average and has been like on a tear in his recent competitions, breaking PRs. Well, it's essentially every single comp.
So I'll correct what I said earlier. I said that Yufeng hadn't solved outside of China. That's just straight wrong. His actually first competition was his first 3 competitions were actually not in China, and he was actually 7th place at the World Championship in 2023. I actually didn't even remember that. I feel like I had no cognition that he was even at Worlds 23. So I guess that's a demerit for me, if you will. But goes to show that he's been something at a pretty high caliber for several years at this point, and now is like really seriously making a bid towards the third best in the world. All right, let's go into solve number 4 now. Yishan with a bit of a hill to climb. First to 9 solves. That means that the first to 9 points is going to win, not best of 9. A little bit of a distinction there. So Yufeng is a third of the way towards getting the overall win. His hands on the gold. Looks like Yufeng actually started the timer a lot faster than Yishan. Ended up being pretty close, but a 4-7 for Yufeng, 5-1 for Yishan. And Giza, another great solve from him, 4-5, as he takes another point against Ruhang.
Essentially every competitor opting for white here, and whenever that happens, you can almost guarantee that Yufeng is going to be the winner of the solve. It's very rare that's not the case. I mean, Giza, if he's going against Ruhang, or if he's going against Yufeng, he's already taken 2 solves off of them. It's kind of interesting how these competitors do they do a lot better whenever like they're not going against a person that objectively is probably the better of the two of them, right? Like we saw Yishan beating Yufeng in solves in the previous round where he was going against Yiza, and now Yiza beating Yufeng now that he's not going against him. It's kind of interesting how that all plays out. But.
Yeah, that is kind of weird. Wonder what that's all about. I wonder if that's more telling on those solvers, or if that's more telling on Yufeng, if anything. I mean, who cares? Yufeng shouldn't care what Yiza is getting because his opponent is Yishan, and he's dominating him right now. He's halfway to a victory, which is, I mean, exactly where you want to be. He's gotten a 3. He's the only competitor that I've seen who's gotten a 3, and he's gotten
Ruhang got 3.4.
Oh, okay, never mind. I guess if anyone would get it, it would be Ruhang with his insanely fast turning, but he's in a bit of a hole against Yiza as well. Solve number 5 for both the first place match and the third place match coming up here.
Oh,
yeah, Yishan, I feel like just kind of lost this instantly, just too locky from the get-go.
Oh my goodness!
Wow, really close in the third place match, but unfortunately, Ruhang is going to drop that one by 0.03 of a second. Yiza takes a 4-1 lead there, whereas Yufeng takes a 5-0 lead against Yishan.
Yeah, Yishan just lost as the second he started the timer. The pickup was a slight fumble. There was a pause after his inspection step. Not the greatest CB cases. It's like tales old as time, man. Like the margins in high level cubing, especially solvers at this level, man, they almost don't exist. There's pretty much none.
Yeah, just kind of crazy to see. I mean, Yishan was like bubbling with energy after he went against Yiza to secure his placement in the final match, and he's worst place he's gonna finish with the second is still pretty darn good amongst 1,400 competitors. But yeah, just really hitting a wall against Yufeng. Some of them are like unforced errors where it's like his pickup is just bad, or he's just like locking up. And yeah, I think you're right. I think there's just no margin when you're going up against the world rank number 4 Yufeng Du. This is kind of what I expected from Yufeng against Ruhang in the last match. In the semifinal match, I thought that he would just kind of stomp. Looks like it was one match delayed on that end. Trying to make it 6-0 now and have a huge advantage. Yufeng. Ooh, untimely buffer, unfortunately. Timer is pretty close from that spot.
Oh, running it back.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, that works for me too. Oh.
Never mind.
Well, thank goodness it wasn't the final. Ooh, wait, was that a 6 from Yufeng?
I think Yishan takes that one. Yes.
Yishan took that one, and Ruhang took that one too. Both
narrowly 4-6 to 4-6.
Yeah, that's nuts. Yeah, I guess the replay is not going to help us here either, because it looked like it was actually on the China side that was buffering. Okay, well, at least we can kind of see what's going on here. That's 5-3-1, right?
Yes, 5-3-1 Yishan to 6 whatever.
6-1-9?
Yufeng, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, pretty solid. I mean, I have to think that must have been a very critical error from Yufeng. I can't imagine that White Cross was like that much worse compared to whatever the other solvers had selected. But good on Yishan. He finally got a point up. He's not going to get just clean swept. So I think the standings there's 5-1 Yufeng and 4-2 for Yiza. It's also interesting that the gold medal match judge is like moving the cube covers, whereas the bronze place one is not. Wonder if that kind of changes the calculus a little bit for some of the competitors. Another awkward pickup for Yishan. I feel like he's just had too many moves in his F2L 506. Not the greatest solve from Yufeng, but I mean, it's the best of the four. And he's going to pick up another point. Yiza will also get a point as he
just looking around, trying to get a glimpse of his surroundings. I mean, yeah, Yishan just... he also strikes me as somewhat of a momentum-based solver. Like, when he was cooking, he was gassed. And I think now, once you kind of take the wind out of his sails a little bit, I mean, again, he's 7, but it's a lot harder to bounce back from that. Needing that resiliency to like kind of stay locked in. His only win was just on a presumably unforced error on Yufeng's end. And Yiza just is looking clean. Ruhong just seems to be falling apart. Just not being solid. I mean, obviously taking a few solves off. He's only down 3. It's definitely still winnable for him. But at the same time, the quality of solves that we're seeing, I don't think are super confidence inspiring into the rest of this set.
Yeah, I mean, of the 3 solvers he could have been going up against, like I think Yiza is probably the best matchup for Ruhang. Oh, but Ruhang is like immediately shaking his head. So this might be another point lost. It's currently, I believe, 6-1 on the in the gold medal match. So let's see if Yufeng is going to extend his streak or if Yishan is going to claw it back. I mean, some good turning from him, but the ZB is just too slow. 428 from Yufeng, and Yufeng is just on a roll. Like he's like a boulder rolling down a hill. He cannot be stopped.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is just, we can't really tell what's going on here. This is just super clean. I mean, I was looking at Ruhong solve here, and his F12 pace was actually pretty good, but then his last layer, I mean, this is just the story of being a CFOP solver. Like, sometimes you're just going to get soon F6, F prime, bad in perm, and, like, you just have to burn through it, or else you're cooked. Like, you have no other option in that spot. Like, that is the solution that that you do, and it was just too long. Like, you can't get away with that constantly.
Throwback, I think it was when we were commentating GAN SSL, and it was not uncommon to see Ruhang bust out 75, 80 moves sometimes on some of these solutions. And it's like, CFOP on average should be hitting like 60 or 65. So he's just doing like way too many moves. And even if you're solving at, 10, 15 TPS, you're still adding like a second on. That's just like way too much time loss, unfortunately. So yeah, I guess live by the blade, die by the blade of CFOP luck. All right, well, this has been a pretty fast final set of matches so far. Yufeng is going to want to put this to bed and go get his lunch. Looks like Yishan has something to say about that. A sub-5 for him. Ruhang also grabbing one as well. So 2 points for the underdogs here as the match is extended by one solve.
Yeah, I mean, pretty clean from Yishan. I mean, this is just what his solve should look like every single time, right? We know him as one of the best solvers in the world. You get this one nice confidence boost solve in, you catch a dub. He doesn't seem to be too thrilled, unfortunately, but you need to take that as like a shift in momentum, right? Like, this is what I was saying before. The win total is actually kind of long, but it feels so deceptively close. I mean, obviously you're down 7-2. Like, that's not it's not ideal. Actually, I can't see what is what. Yeah, you're down 7-2, right? So you got a lot of ground to make up, so you can't be sitting there kind of second guessing yourself. You got to take that as like, okay, boom, did we get it done here? We keep it going.
That's something that he's really going to need to channel here, as he's a big hole himself out of, but if he can get more solves like that, he can at least put him in a position where he can start shoveling some dirt underneath his feet, so to speak. Definitely don't want to make the hole any deeper by introducing any unforced errors. Of course, it can be hard for competitors so young. Again, yeah, it looks like some awkward turning there just right at the very beginning, but really, really close. He's going to win by 0.01. Dude, look at that. Yishan can't believe it. Just goes back in his chair, hands on his head. What an expression from him, as he has the narrowest win that we've seen so far.
Gotta say, you were literally talking about unforced errors. The second you said the word, it happened. Just a fumble in like a rotation or something, but cleans it up throughout the rest of it. And you can see he's gassed. If I'm Yufeng, I'm low-key kind of scared because now the kid is smiling. The kid is smiling, and dude, he's gonna be gunning for you, man.
Meanwhile, on the other side, Yiza grabbing a point there. This actually makes it a lot easier for both for me to follow because both matches are at 7-3 now. I no longer have to keep track of two separate match points. I mean, a sub 5 solve for Yiza, and I like how he's like kind of like staring down Ruhag's timer just to make sure that he did actually end up getting that win. I mean, decent solve from Ruhang, but just not fast enough in the end. All right, solve number 11. Looks like it's going to be a white cross for Yishan. Ruhang looks like doesn't know where his orientation is. That's tough. Indicator that he's going to lose this point. Switching focus back to the first place match. Again, another awkward turning bit from Yishan at the start. And that's going to cost him a point here. A very important point because now it's 8 points to Yufeng, which he's going to have several match points now to clean this up and put his name on the trophy, put his hand on the trophy, and only one more point needed to hoist it up.
Yeah, Yishan just isn't looking clean. Ruhang wasn't looking clean. Yishan's case, you need to build off that momentum. You need to take that as a win. You need to think, okay, what did I do in that solve that allowed me to get this time? And then focus on replicating that. Ruhang just seems kind of down and out, if I'm being honest. Seems like head's not really in the game. And yeah, we have double match point for these competitors. Yize Dong potentially getting third place here, locking it up with the win. And same for Yufeng Du will be your CCA China National Champion if he gets the win on this solve.
Not sure how big the prize pool is, but there is some money going into this also. So this could be a very valuable solve for both Yize and Yufeng if they can get it to go, so to speak. Looks like Yishan is going to pick baby yellow. No, it looks like he has white on the bottom now. Yufeng looks like he had picked his orientation, then doing a little bit extra inspection with the amount of time given. Some really nice turning from Yishan, but the solution was too long. Goodness. Yeah, I mean, he had a chance there, but yeah, just too long of a solution from Yishan. That's going to be it for the first place match. Yufeng has won it. 9 points to 3 points over Yishan. He is the Chinese national champion, 4th place in the world. Great bid to telling the kid to go back to the playground a little bit, maybe back to the lab, work some things out.
Okay.
I mean, congrats to Yufeng. He won it all. Meanwhile, the 3rd place match still has at least one more point in it, as Ruhang maybe down and out, but not quite fully done yet. He's still kicking. It's 8 points to 4 now, so I mean, still pretty far behind. But technically still has a chance. He's 8 points. It's going to be another match point for him. It's actually a little bit anticlimactic. I like how Yishan kind of congratulated Yufeng there. Looks like he's just excited.
I mean, you still got to be gassed, bro. You're 7. You just got 2nd place at your national championship.
Yeah. I mean, incredible stuff. I mean, and Yishan got a lot of good solves in there too. A lot of low 5s, a lot of sub 5s, and to take solves off of Yufeng is no joke. And so it's good to see that he's kind of happy, kind of bubbling around a little bit. Okay, let's go back to the 3rd place match. It is match point. Brought up in the full screen now. Yufeng and Yishen just kind of looking on the side. If Yiza wins this one, he will get third place.
Big lockup.
Yellow cross for both.
Oh my goodness!
Wow, really
my
close,
goodness.
but that's it.
That was
Yizadong will
Ruhong's.
clean it up. Yeah, Ruhong should have won that one, I felt.
Oh my goodness, Yiza, big lockup, dude. Ruhong just throws it away on the last layer execution. Oh man.
That's the third place match.
That's
like
a tough beat.
I think Yiza is being told that he just got third place by the officials. And yeah, here's the replay.
Yeah, we see Ruhong really clean turning. I mean, like we're saying, just that slight lockup on that OLL is the difference between 5-4, 5-6. And you see Yufeng in the back kind of puts his hands on his head, like, oh no. Student of the game, man, just an enjoyer, just a viewer, just like us guys.
Yeah, except he's a lot richer than us because he just won the national championship.
Not to pocket watch.
Yeah. And I think that's gonna wrap it up for 3x3 here. Dude,
really? There's no more? I was hoping there was gonna be like another hour or two of solves.
Oh yeah, another hour. Great. I think we need to send in the commentary B team. Maybe we are the commentary B team at this point. I don't even know what's happening.
We need the subs.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. We got to get something. I think let's try and wrap this up. Dilly, what do we learn? Besides the fact that whatever this format is needs some work because, dude, the 2 hours behind schedule is absolutely insane. What do we learn about?
What did we learn? Well, we learned that Yufeng is indeed that guy. He's not sub 4, I don't think. He's still very clearly a step, pretty solid step behind Yi Hengxuanyi. Missing Zhao Kun is actually a big loss here. That would actually kind of clear up a lot of discussions. No Zhao Kun is a pretty tough one. Yize is actually the turning demon. I officially have seen more than 5 solves of him. So he's not the slow turning demon anymore, but I will still continue to call him that. And then, yeah, dude, Yishen's the truth, bro. I think Yishen's actually the truth. He's fixed his ZB. And I think that's going to bode very well for him in the future. Maybe even producer Matt Jamie, his prediction about Yishen going into 2027. Who freaking knows, man? It could be bang on.
Yeah, who knows? No, Yishen, I thought looked pretty good. To end up in the gold place match at all is, I think, pretty elite from him. Because again, he's also battling kind of the age factor to some extent too. Again, they're also going into lunch. These kids are hungry or whatever. They're trying to get out of there, skedaddle. But I think Yishen looked pretty good overall. I think the fact that he had unforced errors is not that big of a deal to me because I think he can probably get over that with time. Yufeng, I thought overall looked very good. I was a little hesitant in the semifinal match. I thought that was a little bit. It looked uncharacteristic based on his solving in the rest of the championship that we had seen because it just looked like he was just absolutely crushing it. I think he had gone. I don't know if he had lost a solve until the semifinal. Someone can correct me on that. I don't remember anymore. So I thought Yufeng looked really good despite being white cross only. I was impressed with Iza. I thought that sometimes again competitors can get good WCA results and end up highly ranked, but then it doesn't actually translate. Linkun, I guess, is one example of this. But I think Yiza is certainly pretty legit. I don't know. He does feel like he is pretty. He feels like a 5-0 solver. I kind of want to say, but I feel. I mean, he seems good. And unfortunate for Ruhong to get 4th, but I think he had a lot of shining moments as well, where he beat Bofan. That's no small feat there. And I thought he had a lot of good solves as well. So overall, just excited to see more from a lot of these younger solvers. They're the up and coming solvers. Who knows? One of these guys might win the world championship. Actually, probably not. I think we're still solidly in the Two Gods era, but who knows? Maybe someone's visa gets denied and Yufeng becomes the world champion. Yeah, which is a little bit unfortunate. But that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Cool. I think that's kind of a wrap up on everything we saw. Any last thoughts here, Dilly Millie?
No, I love China cubing. I want to do more streams at this hour. Honestly, I always like kind of romanticize these moments. I thought back to like the GAN SSL thing. I was like, man, that's good times. You know, it's good times. It's like we're having like a little sleepover. We're having a little sleepover watch party, and you know, we're about to tuck in for bed.
Also, throwback to when we did the Miller cast on during Guangdong. That was insane.
Awesome. That was awesome.
That was crazy. Then that was really fun. I'm very thankful for them for doing this in kind of like the middle of the day, because apparently the rest of the day they're doing 2x2, and honestly, thank goodness, because if I had to commentate at 4 a.m., I think I'd be even more out of it than I currently am. But yeah, it's been a blast. Thanks, Marinick, for putting this on, like working on everything in the background. Thanks also to the chat. Also, you guys made it way more entertaining, especially when we had no idea what was going on or like who was solving.
Yeah, we're not tapped.
So thanks for looking into China stuff for us, helping us with like the names and stuff. Also, that's also a little bit tricky. Thank you, Dilly Millie. Always making it a fun little booth experience for me as well. And thanks everybody for watching. We will catch you in, I don't know, on the other side. I guess that's I think that's what I'm supposed to say.
I think it is the other side. It's the new day. But
yeah.
On the other side.
Yeah. We'll catch you on the other side. Toodaloo, everybody.